he's going to have his team prepared, and you know that they're going to fight and play you hard for 4 quarters. You're not going to get any quit out of them. We're going to have to beat them fair and square the right way for 4 quarters if we want to win this ball game.
And Alan, last year it was a big shootout, 50-42. The Sandys winning over Monterey last year down in Lubbock, and could be that type of game again. You never know as far as defense, but Sandys playing a little better defense. Although last week against PD, PD was really good in that game.
100%. I mean, Palladero, as if we haven't known already, is talented at just about all sides of the game, including special teams. You know what I mean? With the type of return specials that they have, the speedsters and athletes that they have. Amarillo High, similar when it comes to that level of talent. They have their fair share of not only fast runners, agile runners, but hard runners as well. So expect a lot more of that. Expect a lot more of that, the MO that we've seen Amarillo High football to be going into this ball game tonight. And then, of course, tremendous play from the quarterback, Jet Lopez. Not the greatest of performances last week, so definitely expect a huge performance from the young man tonight.
All right, we'll be back with the kickoff here from Dick Bivens Stadium on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
Beef O'Brady's prides itself on 2 simple ideas.
A place to sit down for some good food.
And a place to catch the game with your friends.
But you know what's even better?
Our daily specials are some of the best in Amarillo.
So the next time the kids are being picky.
You want to catch the game or check out some live music.
Or you're just looking for a great happy hour with friends.
Think Beef O'Brady's.
Plus online ordering and catering available.
Beef O'Brady's, where family time meets game time.
Let us be the first to help prepare you for the day.
Giving you the very latest on what's happened overnight, maybe something you've missed as you're waking up.
While you get the kids ready, we'll help you get ready for your day. Keep up to date with First Alert weather.
Generally what's going to set the tone for the day.
And stay on top of breaking news.
Amarillo police responded to a single vehicle crash earlier Monday afternoon.
Right on time. Every morning, we'll be here. News Channel 10, The Early Show.
Well, we welcome you back to Dick Bivens Stadium in Amarillo as we get ready for this contest between the Monterey Plainsmen and the Golden Sandys from Amarillo High. And right now, we'll pause for our national anthem by the Amarillo Sandy Band. Our national anthem here from Dick Bivens Stadium, and as always, TPSN and News Channel 10 would like to say thank you to all our active military, veterans, and first responders for your great service to our country and to our area. And yours truly served in the U.S. Air Force from 1970 to 74. Sandys come in. Attack was a little bit down last week. Well, not a little bit, a lot down. But Jet Lopez coming into the ballgame throwing for 1,002 yards, 55 of 93 for 59.1%. 12 touchdowns, 4 picks, and he did pick up his first rushing touchdown of the season last week. And also Jude Donovan having a great year, 70 carries, 552 yards, averaging 7.9 with 4 touchdowns. Also contributes 14 catches for 158. Big thing, of course, Alan, is they're going to have to hopefully get Austin Sluter and Oliver Parsons back in. I saw them in pregame workouts. Didn't seem to be any problem. But they were both injured, couldn't play the second half. So that's going to be very important to open up that offense.
No, 100%. They are 2 tremendous playmakers, 2 of the more dynamic playmakers that we have in this entire area, certainly when it comes to this district. But when it comes to that first district game, as we did say, it's so important to start out 1-0. It's even more important to still have your main guys be available as you get into the real nitty-gritty of this district season. With the realignment, you have quite a bit of the Lubbock schools, lots of talent when it comes to those schools as well, so you need to make sure you have your best guys out there as often as you possibly can. If you can find a way to not rush it, do not rush it this evening.
Jonah Reed takes over as quarterback this year. He's a 6'2", 215-pound junior. We don't have any updated stats on him, but he has 2 fumbles lost for the season. But the wideout you want to watch for is Q Boyd. Boy, this young man can do it all. He is a tremendous receiver, very short, 5'7", 165 pounds, a senior. But that young man knows how to take care of business. And, of course, head coach of the Plainsmen in his first year is Jason Sims. You all remember him at Childress, 7 years there, 62 and 23, 5 years at Quanah. Overall, in his 13th year of high school coaching, 102 and 49. So we're about ready to get started as you look out on the field as the Sandy alma mater is being played at this time. And we'll be back with our kickoff after this timeout on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
This is live high school football presented by News Channel 10 and the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
Braceros Mexican Grill and Bar on 6th Street and Braceros Downtown presents 2 new plates on the menu, California Plate and Aguachiles de Camarón. Craving fajitas? Come to Braceros Mexican Grill and Bar on 6th Street and Braceros Downtown on Wednesdays to get your choice of fajitas for $13.99. Chicken, beef, shrimp, or combination, all for $13.99. Only at Braceros.
Getting to work with the family means the world to us. I'm Matt Baratino. We've got Wild Texan Farm in Jourdanton, Texas, where we raise poultry and pork, all direct to consumer. So we're out at farmers markets. We sell online via our website as well. We found Capital Farm Credit through an online Google search. Our local loan officer really walked us through how we could get a land loan to really start our farm. Being able to teach your family how to raise your own food. There's something special about it. And the biggest thing that I've learned through all of this is together we're better.
We take the stress out of collision repair. Jimmy Fincher Body Shop, the people who care. Make us your very first call. Cause at Jimmy Fincher we do it all. We fix it right, guaranteed. We don't cut corners, we do quality. Just as good as new, that's what we do. Jimmy Fincher Body Shop.
You've got enough going on. Worrying about drinking water shouldn't be one. Get Aqua One premium water delivered. 5-gallon bottles are by the case. Stay safe. We'll deliver to your home with no contact front door delivery. Aqua One uses ozone filtration to provide the best and safest drinking water. By the case or by 5-gallon bottle to your front door with no contact delivery. Stay home. Stay safe. Order online at drinkaquaone.com or call Aqua One for delivery.
You want the football? Then do you want to do? Amarillo High will receive to the south.
Well, there's your coin toss for you. Not our coin toss, but the real coin toss down on the field. And Alan, I'm looking there, and you pointed out also as number 1, Q Boyd is suited out, but he doesn't have the pads on, and that could be a big difference in this ball game without him. I didn't know that he was injured because the 2 deeps I got in today had him on there.
Yeah, bit of a surprise for sure. I mean, there's no way it doesn't provide some level of hurdle for this offense to get going here later on in the ball game. So, I mean, with that, I'm very curious as to how Monterey is going to adapt with their game plan without one of their dynamic playmakers.
And I wish I could give you some good stats, but they weren't up to date on max preps, unfortunately. But we will see. By the way, Jet Lopez with 12 touchdown passes so far this season. He now has 53. He is the career leader in that. Over 4,000 yards of passing. He's the career leader in that. And this is a program that's been in effect since 1908 and is 3rd in the state with wins at 828, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, looking at it. By the way, Monterey started back in 1955. You weren't even born then. I was 7 years old. They're 4-23, 29, and 1. So that's a little bit of history and trivia on that. Monterey, as you see, will have the Columbia blue pants, the white tops, the red numerals, and trust me, the red numerals, they used to have the hardest numbers to read, and they're a lot better now. They have the Columbia blue helmets and the Monterey Assembly stuff on it. Sandies will be in the white pants, black jerseys, gold numerals, and the white war bonnets with the Sandy insignia on it also. So I'm looking forward to it. A little bit of a surprise without Q Boyd, and we'll see how the Sandies can rebound from last week's. Give it to Palo Duro. They just flat controlled the trenches, and when you control them, well, you know about O-line and D-line.
Yes, sir.
You control the trenches, you control the game.
1,000%. Those are some of the most important 2 to 3 seconds that you will have in any given play. The first step, hand placement, that type of push. Whoever attacks first, that's going to be the telltale sign for this ball game. Again, we've seen what Amarillo High is capable of, and with that frustration that was last week, if I heard correctly, first time in over 20 years that PD was able to get back-to-back wins over Amarillo High. So to have that on the back of their minds from film, from prep, along with getting ready for this district season, I'm expecting a lot of fire and intensity from this Amarillo High squad tonight.
What'd you play in college football?
I played both, actually. Defensive line, nose guard. I was an offensive tackle for a couple of weeks. Shout out to Travis Vorenkall, former teammate of mine at West Texas A&M University. So certainly have had my experience with both sides of the ball.
I figured you're so dang big. If you didn't play line, we had somebody that didn't know what they were doing.
Oh, trust me, my catching ability wasn't the best. I started out tight end. They said, hey, let's nip this in the bud. Let's have you hit somebody this time.
I got you. Well, and also one of the greatest linemen down at WT was the great late John Ayers, who played for the world champion San Francisco 49ers from Carrizo Springs down in the valley. So kicking off will be Eric Martinez for Monterey. Sandies will go right to left as we look at it here. And back deep for the Sandies. They'll have Tate Blackwell back there along with Oliver Parsons. So good news for those guys. And here's the kickoff. High end over end kick at the 20-yard line. It's taken by one of the upbacks. I think that may be one of the Randalls, or it could be James Bryant. I'll check it out here in a second for you. And a good run back inside the 50 for Monterey, and I'll try to catch that number for you. Here we go on the replay. Let's see. My eyes are not as good. I'm 77 years old, and the eyes are not as good as they once were. Is that 19?
Actually, no, that was number 18. That was Cameron Randall, 5'10",
Cam
DB
Randall.
senior.
Yeah, one of the transfers from Palo Duro that were eligible last week. Here come the Sandies. 1st and 10 at the Monterey 45-yard line. Lopez will operate out of the gun. Donovan in the pistol behind him. 2 receivers split to the right side. Tight end on the left side. Fakes the pitch to Donovan. Rolls out to the right side. Pass in and out of the hands of Caden Verdon. Hit him in a bad spot, the hands. It bounced over, and James Bryant almost made a rebound catch.
I like the approach with that first play call. Again, kind of get the defensive line moving a little bit. Go from hash to hash. Again, with the agile athletes that this Amarillo High squad has, you're going to have a lot more of those lateral, horizontal types of plays before you're able to gash them vertically.
And the good thing about it is they're always going to be watching for Donovan. He is a dangerous weapon. Swain this time, play fake out to the side. Pass is going to be complete to Tavarius Randall. And Randall will pick up pretty good yardage. Tavarius Randall, one of those transfers. I believe that's his first catch of the year, and he'll pick up a first down at the 34-yard line, gain of 11. Big offensive line for the Sandies. We'll count them off here for you in just a moment. Play fake out to the left side. Pass on the slant. We got a flag down. Pass was intended on the little slant to Blackwell. We'll get the call from the white hat.
Pass interference, number 80, offense. 15 yards, first down.
Offensive pass interference. So that'll back it up 15 yards. Make it a first and real long, or as we call it, first and 25. Back to the 49 of Monterey.
All right, see the guys starting to settle in a little bit. You don't want to try and overthink things. Don't want to try and rush things. Set the scene, set the table. We got a lot of time left here.
Randall's in the slot to the left. Here's the jet sweep over to Blackwell. Blackwell cuts inside again. Puts on the afterburners. He's got a first down all the way down to the 20-yard line, I believe. Big jet sweep. Good blocking out on the edges. Gain of 29. I can figure that one out. 10:58 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Everybody looks to the sideline. Stacy Alexander, the offensive coordinator. Cam Mathis, the quarterback coach.
Again, got to get these guys going early here.
Lopez back to pass. Straight drop back over the middle. Touchdown, Sandys. Right over the middle. Great route run, and that's going to be Tate Blackwell hauling it in from 20 yards out. And the Sandys off to a 6-0 lead.
Absolutely methodical opening drive there from this Amarillo High offense. Again, versatile. They can get things going in less than 5 plays. You can have plays and drives go for 10 plus. Could be seeing a lot more of this throughout this ball game.
Oliver Parsons will hold. Sam Webb on for the extra point, and Webb's kick is up. And it's good. 10:37 to go here in the first quarter. Sandys draw first blood. They lead it 7-0 on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
We were in a car accident shortly after leaving church on Mother's Day.
The McCraw Law Group was really there for us. As soon as they got a hold of the case, everything was prompt.
We were compensated fairly, and the most important thing of all is we were able to restore our time with our boys. I think if someone were to ask us for any advice, if they were in an accident, it would definitely be to call McCraw Law Group.
If you've been injured in an accident, at the McCraw Law Group, we're here to help. 806-342-5900.
Beef O'Brady's prides itself on 2 simple ideas.
A place to sit down for some good food.
And a place to catch the game with your friends.
But you know what's even better?
Our daily specials are some of the best in Amarillo.
So the next time the kids are being picky.
You want to catch the game or check out some live music.
Or you're just looking for a great happy hour with friends.
Think Beef O'Brady's.
Plus online ordering and catering available.
Beef O'Brady's, where family time meets game time.
All right, here's the kickoff after the 4-play, 45-yard drive, 20-yard touchdown pass to Blackwell. Tomas Pepper up to the 23-yard, up to one of the up backs, and he'll pick up pretty good yardage down the edge. He wasn't one of the deep backs back there, but running it back for the Plaisman was Noah Alexander, a 5'11", 175-pound junior. Good play that time.
Absolutely. Solid return with given circumstance, with a little bit of a pooch kick type of action. A little bit questionable lane running there when it came to the kicking team from Amarillo High. So solid position. Let's see what the Plainsmen are able to do with this opening drive.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line. And Tomas has usually been pooching him like that for some reason. I guess that's the strategy that the coaches want on special teams. So Monterey comes out in the gun. Jonah Reed, 6'2", 215-pound junior at quarterback. And hard to miss Graham Osteen. Graham Osteen is a sophomore. Only tip of the scales at 225 and 6'4".
Offside, number 63, defense.
So he gets called for the 5 yards, and the Sandys will do that. You know, I was seeing a little deal late today in the afternoon to talk about the quarterback cadence and how all the NFL quarterbacks do it. So it's kind of interesting to learn about it.
Absolutely.
Omaha, that's Peyton Manning, that's for sure.
And that's where the discipline has to come in if you're a defensive lineman.
First and 5, Monterey. Handoff up the middle. That's the running back. Should be Legend Williams, I believe. Yep. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's Legin, 5'8", 160-pound junior. Pick up 1 yard, second down and 4. I'd like to thank our sponsors, McCraw Law Group, Braceros. Boy, that's a good place to eat, guarantee you, and Bobby Doobie Motors.
I might need to grab a burrito or something on the way out of here.
Yeah, and their fajitas are good too.
Oh, yeah.
Taco Tuesday, too. Empty backfield, quick pass out to the side to Noah Alexander, and Alexander will pick up the first down before he's bopped out of bounds by Casey Stroud and Troy Brown. A little quick out. First and 10 in Santa territory at the 47-yard line. The way these teams are starting out moving the ball, 50 to 42. We spent a long time in Lubbock last year on that game, I guarantee you that. Empty backfield once again, trips to the right, twins to the right, left and right, excuse me. And now they'll shift back. It'll be Williams to come back. Williams will go to the outside. And a nice play. Oh, got away from that. Still got away. My goodness gracious. He should have been dropped for about a 3 or 4 yard loss, and you'll wind up maybe gaining 1 yard or nothing, but that's better than losing.
This is very true. Very true. I mean, solid extra effort there from the young man, but as a former D lineman, a lot of the arm tackling, a little too much for my liking. I can only imagine how Coach Dunham's feeling right now after that last play.
And if you saw Allen's arms, folks, you ain't going to get out of it. I guarantee you that. Second down and 10. Mike Roden, if he starts to hit me, you know that I said something bad. That's what I want you all to know. There's a quick pass out to the edge, complete to Cam Taylor, and Taylor will get it up to about the 40-yard line. Just a quick little out pattern. Monterey started out the season losing at home to Choctaw, Oklahoma. Then they beat Abilene Wiley, lost on the road to El Paso Franklin before last week defeating Odessa High 49-21. Sandy's beat them 55-12 start of the season. Third down and 2 at the Sandy 39-yard line. Reed out of the gun. Williams to his right. He'll get the handoff again, breaking some tackles. And I don't think he got anything, maybe a smidgen of a yard, if anything. I think they'll call it no gain, be third down and 2. Good motion up front by the Sandy defense.
I think you might have seen a late penalty here on that last play, or they may have waved it off.
Yeah, Casey Stroud made the first contact there, so it's third down and 2. Probably 4 down territory for Monterey.
Illegal formation, offense, 5 yards, replay third down.
Okay, there we go. You caught it. Illegal formation. Somebody didn't cover up, obviously. So it'll bring in by third down and 7. Now the Sandys will probably have to look for that passing attack. And remember, as we told you, their outstanding receiver, number 1, Q Boyd, not in the game tonight. Probably an injury because he did come out as being one of the captains. Didn't have the pads on. We've got a timeout taken by Monterey. We'll take it with them. Sandy's lead at 7-0 on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
I found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. She's you, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. He saved me a lot of money, had a lot for me to choose. If you stop in, you'll be saying it too. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Ooh, she's you, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me.
Back at Dick Bivens Stadium, Phil Woodall and Alan Robertson on the call for you tonight. And Alan, big play coming up here. That illegal formation play really hurt the Monterey Plainsmen. They did call a timeout and see what they want to do.
Absolutely. First time for the Plainsmen, kind of backs against the wall to a certain degree. And I mean, if I'm this Amarillo High defensive line, I might want to throw a little extra pressure on them just to see what what Reed is made of here. I mean, they've been familiar with him, of course, but it's one of those things, maybe the gamesmanship of you got to see it in order to really believe it.
Well, Tony Cavalier is the DC for the Sandys, and he can dial up some stuff. Back to pass, Reed out to the edge. Oh, what a catch, maybe? Yeah. Oh, a diving catch, and what a nice reception that time by Noah Alexander. And he's going to be pickup of 6, so it'll be 4th down and 1. I say they're going to go for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, usually you get in here, it's, you know, a punt. It could go into the end zone or something, but you do want to get an opportunity to answer the touchdown by the opposing team.
These types of moments for an offensive lineman, this is where you earn your keep. The short yardage situations, these types of despite how early it is in the game, a high pressure situation to convert this 4th down.
All right, out of the shotgun again. They bring in a tight end on the left side. Handoff up the middle to Williams. Williams bounces off, and I don't think they got it. What a swarm of Sandys down there. As they took, led by Troy Brown, and is he outstanding? And what a nice little 4th down defensive play by the Sandys, and they'll take it over their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10. And they really came up the middle that time, didn't they?
Absolutely. Games are won and lost in the trenches. That first push, like I was saying, who attacks first is going to be the telltale sign for this ball game.
All right, Sandys now with an opportunity. They'll put Donovan in the pistol behind Lopez. 2 receivers split out to the right, 1 to the left. Verdon will be the tight end on the side. Donovan up the middle in his first carry of the evening. He'll pick up 5 yards. I tell you what, he averages 7.9. He just seems to find a way. And we've got a flag. Yep, Sandys are already backing up.
Yeah, saw a little extracurricular there.
Ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 80 of the offense. 15 yards from the end of the play. Take it down.
Well, that's going to be called against Tavarius Randall. He had the opening kickoff, and I'll have to. Young man played his first game last week for the Sandys after the transfer from Palo Duro when they finally became eligible. So that'll back it up. And the bad part about it, it makes it 2nd down since it was a dead ball call. And it'll bring up 2nd and 20.
No, if anything, definitely a slow start to this opening drive, but kind of a similar thing with the last drive, and we know how that ended up.
Yep, got the jet sweep going with Blackwell. This time Lopez looks left, goes right, sees an opening up the middle. He'll run with it, and he'll be brought down from behind around the 37-yard line. So Jet listed about 205 pounds, and I'll be honest with you, he's got a big rear. There ain't no saying about it. But the young man has some great speed. I saw it last year on a couple of runs that he did. He's much quicker than you would think, and you always see him as that shotgun. He'll bend his legs down for some reason. That's how he gets started.
And you know, my favorite thing about his play, his poise,
yes.
His patience in the pocket.
Totally agree with you.
Taking what the defense gives him.
Donovan goes in motion, goes to slot right. Lopez, he's got to run for his life now, and he'll go out of bounds probably around the 42-yard line. Should bring up a 4th down. Or that unnecessary roughness call was not good for the Sandys. And at 4th and 6, they'll be forced to punt. Rhett Ladd coming out, averaging about 33 yards per punt.
Not a bad start, not a bad response, especially from Lubbock Monterey. And we'll see if they're able to take advantage of this opportunity here with the 3 and out.
Ladd standing at his own 28-yard line, big 6'5" punter. And there's the punt. Pretty good punt. Bounces around the 24-yard line of Monterey, takes a sandy bounce, and will go down there dead at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 Monterey, 5:52 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Amarillo High. By the way, thanks a lot to our great sponsors, Beef O'Brady's. Hey, you want to go see some TPS live streams? Go there. That's the official watch location. And also thanks a lot to our good friends Jimmy Fincher Body Shop, Aqua One, and our newest sponsor, Amarillo Mitsubishi. And if you're wondering where that is, it's the old Jack Sizemore Travel.
Is that right?
Yeah, just thought I'd let people know that. in case you're looking for it. Now, the eating places, I know where those are. I can tell you, I can go directly to that. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line for Monterey. Have a man in motion going right to left. That'll be Edavian Taylor. Handoff to Williams, and a nice play there out on the edge for the Sandys. We have another flag. I'll tell you the way they're doing it, might be a hold. Because you offensive linemen never hold, do you?
Of course not. Most upstanding part of the team, if you ask me.
Shouldn't call that on you.
Personal foul. Illegal hands in the face. Number 9, defense. 15
Correction.
yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
I apologize.
Number 77 does not have to leave the field because the foul caused his helmet to come off.
That was big Daxton Forks. Daxton gets called for that, and that's 2 big 15-yard penalties that have hurt the Sandys. Well, at least hurt them from getting a drive going the last time with an unnecessary roughness. Now we'll see what this does. This brings up a 1st and 10 for Monterey at their own 31.
I think we might be seeing a new running back in the mix there from Lubbock. Monterey. Do have Deuce Moore, I believe.
Yep, that's 2 deuces in the game. Deuce Moore, 5'9", 190-pound junior. And there's a jet sweep on the end around, trying to get outside of Cam Taylor, and Taylor does get some yardage out there. Pick up pretty good yard. Looked like he was going to be dropped for a little or no gain, but he does pick up about 5 yards, bring up a 2nd and 5. Good play by Taylor.
Again, as we were talking about in the pregame, I mean, Q Boyd, one of the, if not the more dynamic playmaker with this team, not out there suited up for the guys. Going to see a lot more of number 3 making his way, making his mark on this ball game.
Put Taylor in the backfield. Moore to the right. Quick pass out. They got the screen set up, but a great play made out there on the edge by the freshman, Deuce Morrison. And he makes the tackle on the receiver, number 2, Noah Alexander. Did you hear that? A freshman. Probably doesn't even shave. This second week, we've had 2 deuces in the game. Deuce Reese for PD last week and Deuce Morrison. Now we got Deuce Moore and Deuce Morrison. I guess deuces are wild the last 2 weeks.
Gotta love it.
3rd down and 5 after the outstanding play by the freshman. Shotgun formation for Reed. Back to pass, looking downfield. Now that's going to be pass interference. Yep, it didn't take long. Pass intended downfield. Coverage downfield by number 18. That's going to be Cam Randall. You could see that coming. He just, well, didn't do anything. If he had played the ball instead of the man, he probably wouldn't have been called for it. It's a 15-yard penalty, and that'll bring up another first down. 3rd 15-yard penalty for the Sandys in this first quarter.
Absolutely. Thank God you already have the 7-point lead, because things are starting to get a little unraveled here. They're certainly good for it. Have the coaches for it. Have the personnel to really lock back in, refocus on the task at hand. Keep the main thing the main thing.
5:08 left here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 at the Sandy 49-yard line. Trips to the left, twins to the right. Empty backfield. Reed setting up that screen again. Intended over there for Taylor. Good. Good coverage out on the edge for the Sandys by number 28, Javari Henderson, outstanding linebacker. And coming out of the game will be number 17 for the Sandys. It's going to be Oliver Cronella, an outstanding defensive tackle. So we got a 2nd down and 10. Deuce Moore, he'll split out in the slot to the right side. Empty backfield once again. This time they'll shift back. Moore goes over to the left. Handoff up the middle to Moore, picking his way. Knocks down a Sandy defender and picks up close to the first down if he doesn't already have it. He just bowled over Lucas Nolan that time to gain extra yardage, and he does pick up the first down at the 39-yard line. Allen, good run.
No, a tremendous run. I mean, that's the biggest thing when it comes to younger running backs in the high school ranks. In a lot of cases, when contact first comes in, you won't be as receptive to keeping your feet moving, still staying active. That's where those big plays come from, and that we saw it on full display there just now.
Empty backfield once again. Caleb Robertson, or Robertson, no relation, I guess, but you never know.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Okay. And off to Moore up the middle, and Moore is met and a good tackle made in the middle. Jabari Henderson was there. Also, Casey Stroud picked up a yard. By the way, where are you from?
Central Texas, Austin, Texas. Well, Pflugerville, Texas, to be specific.
What's the name?
Pflugerville.
Pflugerville.
Yes, sir.
You're
yes,
not
sir.
from Austin. You're from Pflugerville.
Yes, sir.
Got a congressman down there named Pfluger.
This is true. I mean, it's usually easier to explain to folks.
I know where it is. Back to pass on the play fake, being rushed, got out of that, lobs it downfield. It's going to be over the head of Cam Taylor and incomplete. Good rush that time, put back there by the Sandys. By the way, Oliver Cronella back in the ballgame for the Sandys at D tackle, or DN rather.
Great pressure, great play call, great scheme there when it came to the extra man, but like I was saying a couple of plays ago, those arm tackles aren't going to get you anywhere. You have to close out and make that play.
Well, I tell you, Jason Sims, very successful coach, 7 years at Childress, 62-23, and you know, I don't think they treated him real good over there when he left. And he is an outstanding coach, I guarantee you that. This time, low snap. Reed's got it, looking downfield. Nice coverage there by the freshman Morrison. And it's coming out on an out route, and sort of a wheel route was Deuce Moore out of the backfield. And I tell you what, that freshman, when I saw, you don't see many freshmen starting at DB in 5A football.
100%.
I mean,
with the type of confidence that he has already, you know, that's a huge question for a lot of not only the young players, but even those who are juniors or seniors getting ready for their first experience on varsity. That's a different type of dynamic mentally that you got to get through for your first bit of district experience in your varsity career.
Good observation. 4th and 9. They're going to go for it, of course. And 4 down territory, you might as well. Reed out of the gun. Back to pass, straight drop back over the middle. Got a man open, and that's going to be a completion to Edavian Taylor, 5'7", 150-pound sophomore, up to the 19-yard line. So a big pickup there, 1st and 10, 3:29, move the chains. Sandys lead it 7-zip.
Like we were saying, that 4 down territory, you might want to see a little bit of extra pressure. Have that type of pressure on the quarterback saying, you have to show us, you have to beat us, and tremendous patience and poise in that pocket to make the play.
This time Deuce Moore will go slot left, trips to the right. Now they'll come back. Robertson will be the right wing. Hand off to Moore up the middle, and Moore's going nowhere as making the big tackle up front for the Sandys. Troy Brown was in on it, along with Daxton Forks, it looks like. Loss of 1, back to the 21-yard line. Actually, maybe, well, it didn't reach the 21, so it's 2nd and 11 officially, but it's closer to the 21 than the 20. Trips this time to the right side, Twins to the right. Empty backfield for Reed. Reed, quick pass out to the side. Nice catch out on the out route. Complete to Noah Alexander, a 5'11", 175-pound junior. Picked up 4 yards, 3rd and 7. Well, 2 15-yard penalties have hurt the Sandys during this particular drive that started out, I believe, at the 16-yard line of Monterey.
If you're Monterey, you have to get points on the board, whether it's 6, whether it's 3. You have to take advantage of those miscues and those penalties from Amarillo High. Great confidence in the pocket from Reed. Certainly has been picking his spots, picking and choosing, and they've been getting downfield here.
Empty backfield once again. Reed back to pass. Out pattern complete to Alexander. Breaks out tackle, and he will pick up the first down. He just flat broke a tackle there, and it's down to the 1 yard line. First and goal, Monterey. Boy, I tell you, they're missing Q Boyd, but this Noah Alexander is an outstanding receiver.
100%. I might have misspoke as far as who we're going to see a lot more of in the absence of Boyd. He's having a tremendous first half so far.
I think you said somebody would have to step up, and he has certainly done that. First and goal at the 1 yard line. One receiver split out to the right side. Deuce Moore lining the backfield with Taylor. Hand off to Moore off the right side. He will dive in from a yard out, and Monterey is 1 point away from tying this thing up.
Again, tremendous response from Lubbock Monterey here. Again, very physical when it comes to those goal line and short yard situations.
Coach Dunham talked a lot about they like to run that ball, and they proved it there using their big offensive line on the right side. Eric Martinez in. Noah Alexander will hold. Martinez, just a sophomore. And here's the kick. Wasn't that pretty, but it's up and through. We'll tie it at 7. 1:43 to go in quarter number 1 here on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
You've got enough going on. Worrying about drinking water shouldn't be one. Get Aqua One premium water delivered. 5-gallon bottles are by the case. Stay safe. We'll deliver to your home with no contact front door delivery. Aqua One uses ozone filtration to provide the best and safest drinking water. By the case or by 5-gallon bottle to your front door with no contact delivery. Stay home. Stay safe. Order online at drinkaquaone.com or call Aqua One for delivery.
Sinking driveway? Call Legacy Support Works. Settling patio? Call Legacy Support Works. Uneven pool deck? Call Legacy Support Works. Collapsing stoop? Call Legacy Support Works. Cracking sidewalk? That's right, call Legacy Support Works.
Foundation repair doesn't get better with time. It gets better with Legacy Support Works.
Call Legacy Support Works today.
Long touchdown drive for Monterey. They're tied up on a 1 yard run by Deuce Moore. And by the way, the freshman cornerback for Amarillo High is Deuce Patterson, not Morrison. There are too many deuces around.
There's a lot.
Deuces are wild.
No, truly running wild across the 806.
And here's the kickoff by Eric Martinez down to the 20-yard line. That'll be Tavarius Randall trying to get outside. Goes to the left side. Does a little turn in and walk down from the edge back there. Sorry, that's going to be Cam Randall. We got a flag down, and usually that means blocking the back.
Interesting to see what they're calling here.
Personal foul, face mask, number 24, defense.
Okay.
15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Terrence King, yeah, he got the credit for the tackle and the helmet.
Absolutely. What was a little bit curious there as far as where that flag was coming in from, because like you were saying, more times than not, blocking the back, maybe a little extra hold to provide that lane for him as well.
I think I'm 0 for 4 tonight, to be honest with you, on my calls.
No worries, we got time. We got plenty of time.
Hey, but I'm 77 years old. I can't remember everything. So
hey, you look good. You look good.
Oh, you don't have good eyesight, do you? First and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here comes Jude Donovan off the left side. Look at him just skip through there. And my goodness, it looked like he was just skipping through there and picks up a big first down for the Sandies at the 25-yard line. 16-yard pickup.
And again, one of the harder runners in the district, one of the harder dynamic playmakers in the district. I mean, even despite the loss last week to PD, he went absolutely ballistic. Over 20 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
Lopez gives it back to Donovan again. Donovan will pick up about 5-6 yards. And by the way, yeah, it's correct. Jude. He was named after the great Beatles song, Hey Jude.
Classic song, one of my favorites for sure.
And I will not sing anymore, I promise. Second down and 5 after the 5-yard pickup for Donovan. Sandy's trying to answer that tying touchdown drive for the Plainsmen.
And so far, so great as far as getting downfield here. Let's see if we're able to get it done before the end of the quarter.
Pistol formation, handoff to Donovan again. There he goes, right up the middle. Big old hole that all of us could have run through there. 21-yard touchdown for Donovan, and a big, big go-ahead touchdown for Donovan. Touchdown number 5 of the season.
Well, sure did say, let's see if they're able to get it done before the end of the quarter.
Yep, and they did.
Tremendous play, tremendous setup there from that offensive line. That hole, that gap was as wide as I've seen one throughout this ball game.
Brandon Webb, Abram Herm, Xavier Ingram, and Hunter Salvatore. Sam Webb on for the extra point. It's up. It's good. Sandy's answer quick back with half a minute left in the first half. They lead it 14-1 on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
This is Holden at 10. No budget, no spending alerts, no shot. And this is Future Holden. When Holden was 10, Mom signed him up for Amarillo National's Student Visa debit card. That first account helped him learn about money early, smart spending, budgeting, and a cash bonus for good grades.
So, what do we use our cash rewards for?
We took Bella to prom.
It's not too late to get your own student card.
Amarillo, listen up. Amarillo Mitsubishi is turning up the heat. Get behind the wheel of a 2025 Outlander, America's most affordable SUV with third-row seating, 0% APR for 60 months. Or go sign and drive with 0 down, 0 do-it signing, 0 first month's payment. And it gets better. You're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and 5 full years of roadside assistance. Plus, warranty forever comes standard. Amarillo Mitsubishi, your Mitsubishi headquarters.
The Donovan drive, 3 plays, 41 yards in just 38 seconds. Donovan from 21 yards out. Webb's extra point makes it 14-7. Tomas Pepper, high end over end kick, fielded about the 13-yard line. That's going to be the Plainsman Cam Taylor back, and he will get past the 30-yard line. We'll bring up a 1st and 10. Good blocking. You like those big uglies up front. Did you ever get mad about somebody sending the big uglies up front?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
absolutely not. Well, more times than not, one of my favorite breakfast foods, pancakes. I'm sending pancake blocks left, right, and center. You can say whatever you want to me. That ball's getting moved down the field if I'm on that offensive line. I tell you.
First down.
Had a penalty of 5 yards against the Sandys, so that'll give a 1st and 10 for Monterey at their own 36-yard line. And I tell you what, it was all Jude Donovan that time and all offensive line blocking.
1st and 10 Monterey from the 36-yard line.
Monterey started playing football back in 1955, second high school in the city. And there's a handoff over on the left side, going outside, jet sweep to Noah Alexander, and he is going nowhere. Coming up with the ball over there was, looked like Deuce Patterson. And they said, no, you didn't get it. Nope, correction, make that Javari Henderson.
Face mask, number 17, defense. 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Well, that call goes against Oliver Cronella. That is now 4 15-yard penalties for the Sandys so far, and you got to stay away from those. You're just giving them 60 yards for nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen already they've been able to take advantage of those penalties. It's regardless of how the outcome is going to be, that will certainly be one of the top things to get corrected for both of these teams.
And that's going to be the end of the quarter. Wasn't sure if they could get it off. We played one here from Big Bevan Stadium. Sandys lead it 14-7 on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
We take the stress out of collision repair. Jimmy Fincher Body Shop, the people who care. Make us your very first call. 'Cause at Jimmy Fincher we do it all. We fix it right, guaranteed. We don't cut corners, we do quality. Just as good as new, that's what we do.
Noticing sinking floors, sagging walls, or cracking concrete? Don't put it off any longer. Call Legacy Support Works today. The longer you wait to fix your foundation problem, the more expensive the repair can be. In some situations, the cost of foundation repairs could almost double every year. Legacy Support Works is your trusted provider for all foundation repair needs. We can fit any budget with great financing options available.
Foundation repair doesn't get better with time. It gets better with Legacy Support Works.
You start getting calls like face masks and all those others, those 4 15-yard penalties. What did the coaches say to you guys at that point, Alan?
I mean, as far as things that I can say over the broadcast, I mean,
okay, never mind.
Then, sure.
Yeah. Well, not good.
Definitely not great. Yeah. Definitely not great.
1st and 10, Sandy's, or rather Monterey at the Sandy 49-yard line. Reed out pattern, complete over there to Noah Alexander, and he has run out of bounds. As Deuce Patterson, I got that name finally right. Tell you what, picked up 7 yards, and it's just a little simple out pattern, isn't it?
And that's been the go-to thing for Lubbock Monterey so far. I mean, they've been able to get downfield, quick little in and out plays there for this passing offense.
Well, they're just taking what the Sandy defense has given them at this point. 2nd down and 3. Deuce Moore is the running back, I believe. Nope, back in there is number 9. That's going to be Legend Williams, I guess. We're going to go with that. Should have asked how you pronounce it. We'll move over to the left, and we've got a whistle and probably a timeout. Nope. How about a delay? Now those kind of irritate coaches there, doesn't it? Delays?
Absolutely, especially with 2 timeouts left here. I mean, again, you probably could have used the timeout, but you certainly still need that because we know this is going to be a really fun ball game. Yeah, you need to have as many of those as you can.
And you're only 7 seconds into this quarter. 2nd down and 8 now. Reed out of the gun. There's a handoff over to Williams out on the side, and he'll pick up maybe a yard or 2. Good outside edge that time. I tell you the number. Oh, there it is. The Deuce got him. Deuce Patterson. Pull that front part of your uniform down, young freshman, please. 3rd down and 6 at the Sandy 45-yard line, and he'll send a receiver split out to the left side. That'll be Cam Taylor. 2 split to the right side. Reed back to pass, looks for the slant over, and again we got a penalty against Cam Randall. Cam versus Cam. And again, he just let him get that inside position on the slant, and he tackled him from the back.
Pass interference, 16, defense, spot foul, automatic 1st down.
You know, one thing I loved about that play especially, I mean, when you looked at Cam Taylor, while I did mention we'll probably see a lot more of him throughout this ball game, when it came to the stats, I mean, the footwork, that first step, that release, that's something to keep that secondary honest. He's certainly doing his part. It's not going to be much longer until we see a lot more from him, especially him catching those passes.
1st and 10 at the Sandy 38 up the middle. Williams picks up a couple of yards. Now, the Sandys have certainly hurt themselves with some penalties tonight. Vanilla in on the tackle. Boy, he's a good player. And he is just a junior. 6'1", 220-pounder came in with 18 tackles on the season.
So much size for this Amarillo High defensive line. Great job up to this point, but you got to finish the job here.
2nd down and 7. Out pattern again, complete to Noah Alexander. And I tell you what, that thing's been open all night long right out there. They're going to have to maybe move up on them a little bit. But then again, you subject yourself to a little go route if you do that. Tackle made that time by the Sandys' Lucas Nolan. But another 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He said it perfectly there. Take what the defense gives you. Like I said, you know about the size with that defensive line. Now you want to see what the secondary is able to do. We've seen a couple of PIs already. We've seen a couple of holds already. I mean, despite the score being what it is, Lubbock Monterey has to feel pretty good on the offensive side of things so far.
I like your idea of putting a big rush on them if they can. Here comes Williams off to the left side. Big hole on the left side, and he'll pick up good yardage again, about 8-9 yards. With Amarillo National Bank's Student Visa debit card, you can teach your kids about money early. Smart spending, building a budget, and there is even a cash bonus for good grades. I may have been able to get that.
That makes one of us, for sure. Hey, I still got the degree. I still got it. We're good.
And there's a handoff to Williams again off the right side. Hey, their line is doing a good job. They've got 265, 270, 240, 320 on the right side. That's Jacob Mosley, and 320 Noah Gonzalez also on the right side. So they got a little beef up front. Gained a yard.
Again, that first step, that first hand placement, who's able to attack first, that determines whether or not, they'll cut back lanes for the guys, and that's where those linebackers are supposed to scoop up and pick up the scraps there.
Williams again, this time to the right of Reed. He'll get the handoff once again, and it's going to be tight. Don't know that he got it. Depends on where they put the spot.
I don't think so. I think he got stuck there.
That'll bring up 4th and 1, and obviously a 4-down territory. Williams will go out of the game. That should put new running back in. That should be Deuce Moore, I would assume. It is.
Yeah, very hard runner in his own right.
And this time, Reed calls his own number, and he'll take the quarterback keeper right off the right side behind those 320-pound guard and right tackle, and picks up the first down. He'll get a flag down.
Personal foul, illegal block below the waist. Number 4, offense. 15 yards from the previous spot, 4th down.
That's a big call right there for the Sandies, as that'll back it up 15 yards, and it's either field goal time or punt time, depending on the leg of Martinez. This would be probably about a 48-yarder with the way the flag or the ball is marked right now at the 31. Or they're going to go for it.
Like we've seen already, obvious passing down situation here, 4th and long. Curious as to what type of pressure we're going to see here in the pocket. They may have to wait.
Yep, got a time.
Monterey.
Monterey's second timeout. We'll be back after this timeout on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
This is Holden at 10. No budget, no spending alerts, no shot. And this is Future Holden. When Holden was 10, Mom signed him up for Amarillo National Student Visa debit card. That first account helped him learn about money early, smart spending, budgeting, and a cash bonus for good grades.
So, what do we use our cash rewards for?
We took Bella to prom.
It's not too late to get your own student card.
Our community offers so many great things: thriving agriculture, emerging industries, a lively hub.
But our greatest resource is our people: teachers, doctors, builders, farmers, and friends.
News Channel 10 remains committed to the people in our community with the most trusted news team in the Panhandle. In your town, where you live, working in your neighborhood, keeping you in the know.
News Channel 10.
The most trusted news in the Texas Panhandle.
4th down, back to the pass, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. Reed. And the Sandies put the big rush up there. Oliver Cronella again, a little jawn by Cronella, but a big sack by him. I believe that's his 2nd sack of the season.
Love the pressure there. Looking there on that replay. Again, you arrived, violent intentions. Like, I love those 4th and long situations as the D lineman. You're pinning the ears back. Whatever the play is, it has to be going through somebody and make them earn that first down.
You see Cronella coming off, belly button and all. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Real lineman life. I love it.
Yep. Handoff up the middle. It should be Donovan. Donovan will pick up about 4 or 5 yards. I think Sandy's want to establish a running game right now, the way things are going. Take advantage of their big old line. Give him 5 yards and bring up a 2nd down and 5. So you see some of the Amarillo High crowd. Lopez back to pass, out of the gun, looking downfield. Got a man open. Austin Sluter just overthrew him just a little bit. And that's a good sign to see Austin Sluter be able to do it. The first time I knew that something was wrong, he was part of the homecoming court last week, and so I'm looking down with a shot from our great photographers, and he's on crutches. And I said, oh my goodness. But he had a good-looking girl part of the homecoming court. I don't know if he won anything, but you never know.
Again, another dynamic playmaker there. If you don't want to force it, do not force it, but it is great to see him out there and moving around.
Lopez rolls to the left side, stops, cocks his arm, got to go again, gets it off in a hurry quickly, and almost intercepted. It may be up in and out of the hands of Monterey. Good effort that time on the attempted interception. And the Sandys will be forced to punt for the 2nd time. I think that was Armand White that had the chance at the pick.
4th and 5 Sandys.
Red Lad going back.
Number 24, Terrence King back to receive.
Terrence King standing at his own 21-yard line, anticipating the punt from Ladd. Not much breeze tonight. Here's the punt by Ladd. Nice. Spiraling kick. Takes a sandy bounce of about 10 yards. That'll be down at the 11-yard line. Good punt by Red Ladd.
Great position. Again, the 3 parts of the game that should all be taken with the same level of intensity and attention to detail. Special teams is a huge part of that.
Totally agree. This is a man who knows how. What years did you play at WT?
2015 through 17.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I missed you during that time. I was a long-time broadcaster to 2011, or 2010. Some guy named Don Carthel. I don't know what he ever did. He's winning his coach in WT history.
He's certainly known a thing or two, about a thing or two with WT.
And a good friend of mine. So.
Absolutely. Of course, best of luck to the Buffs. They're back at home this weekend against Western Oregon. Huge game to continue LSC play for the Buffs.
And I've been to Western Washington. I've been to Central Washington. I've been to a lot of those places they play now. Handoff up the middle. This will be Deuce Moore. Moore will pick up about maybe 3 yards. 2nd down and 7. By the way, thanks a lot to Amarillo Mitsubishi and Aqua One and our good friends at Jimmy Fincher Body Shop. Appreciate them so very much. Remember, we can't do these games without their support. 2nd down and 7. 6:05 and counting. Reed in the gun. Handoff, nope, faked it. Oh, what a play out on the edge, and that's what we were talking about, as making a play on the edge. Intended for Alexander, and somebody broke on it. Gaten Veazey that time with a tremendous play.
Great extra effort there. Extending the full body out, see if you were able to get that turnover. That would have been huge, dare I say, maybe even a backbreaker.
Mm-hmm. And what we're seeing there now is they're starting to maybe go up on those. If they're going to do that, might see Monterey make some adjustments. So Absolutely. Here we go, big 3rd down and 7.
Again, they have the guys to go vertical pretty quickly here. We'll see if that's the case in this 3rd and 7.
Trips to the right side. Reed back to pass, looking over the middle, and that pass is going to be out of the reach of Cam Taylor, so it'll bring up a 4th down. Sandys, they have all 3 timeouts left, and they have a chance to make a good run back here or possibly get some good field position.
Tremendous job from this Amarillo High defense here. Again, keeping things in front of them, keeping things physical in the trenches, trying to make things a little bit easier for that secondary. Barring an amazing punt, we'll see some great field position for the Sandies, see if they're able to make this a 21-7 ball game.
Cam Randall back to receive. Oh, that's going to go right through Eric Martinez's hands, and through his hands, you know what that's called? That's 2 points. Hey, deuces are wild in this game.
Great play there. Not much else to say other than just not able to bring the ball in for that punt.
That's E-punter.
E-punter for sure, yes.
Well, a big 2 points there, plus they get the ball back, and that's the very important thing right there. I wonder when the last time the Sandies had a safety. I'd have to look at that myself, but safety. And with 5:44 to go, Sandies have taken a 16-7 lead now. What will be nice if they can put a score here and make it a 23-7 lead at the half, because Monterey will get the ball to start the second half. Sandies will wait for the free kick. Going back is Creed Cavalier. Also Deuce Patterson. They're trying to keep Parsons and Sluter from having to return the ball with their injuries. Maybe keep them, that be one less thing they have to do.
Absolutely.
So Martinez will tee it up at his own 20-yard line. Let's see what the Sandies can do. Obviously, he's going to kick it all the way as long as he can. And there's the kick. And it's going to go out of bounds right around the 48-yard line of Monterey, so only a 28-yard advance there. Sandies have good field position on the plus side of the field.
And see, as when you look at the past couple of games here, Amarillo High, obviously you've been out there throughout the season for the Sandies. They can certainly put up their fair share of points, but with where we are right now, again, a little less than 6 minutes to go in the first half here, could we see a little bit more of that real extended growl game? Milk the clock as best as you can, because Monterey's going to have the ball at half. It will be amazing to get some more points on the board, but you're not in a hurry this time around.
Alan, I like your thinking right there, but they're going to send a little bubble screen out to the side, complete to Austin Sluter. Monterey sniffed it out real quick. He'll pick up maybe a yard, maybe 2. Giving 2, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, it's always great to have your top guys out there and healthy for the for both teams here. But again, as you've seen Austin Sluter, he's certainly one of the dynamic wide receivers that we have here in the Texas Panhandle.
Trips to the left this time. Lopez back to pass. Slant pattern, a little bit high that time, intended. Out on the edge. And that pass was intended for James Bryant, number 6. We just haven't seen the best of James Bryant yet. I got a feeling more he goes. He's only caught 5 passes this year for 15 yards. And here's Lopez on the keeper, and he will be stopped shy of the 40. I'm a little bit surprised it didn't go to the passing game that time, Alan, for some reason.
Well, it may have been a little bit of a broken play there. Solid coverage there from Lubbock Monterey, and back to the poise and the confidence of the pocket from Jet Lopez. Go through your progression, go through your reads. When in doubt, trust your legs. He's a tremendous athlete in his own right.
Grant Ladd will come in at right tackle, 6'7", 295-pound junior. That means probably looking at right side, maybe Donovan. Nope. Monterey got a free play. Nope. They made contact, so I think it's offside against Monterey. That'll be a big call for the Sandies. There's that cadence he was doing.
And of course, like you said, that's the name of the game if you're an offensive and defensive lineman. Stay disciplined, stay your ground.
It's hard to do, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's very, very hard to do. More times than not, they'll say, rather you be late than offsides.
Here's the call.
False start, number 72, offense. 5 yards, 4th down.
Offside? I guess, well, he indicated false start.
I don't know if we may have to replay for that one, but
Yeah.
there was a little bit of movement on both sides. Wasn't too sure as to who was getting off there first, but as the Stripes call it, they call it.
That's all you can do. And, that was called, he said 72. Unfortunately, we don't have there it is, if I can read. Yeah, Abram Herm. So that will negate a possible first down. Now 4th down, Ladd punting for the 3rd time tonight. Cam Randall will move over, be one of the gunners off to the left side. Looks like Monterey wants to rush the punter, and they're coming after it. Nice, high punt. No fair catch. Trying to get loose, and he's not going to do it, as that time Cam Taylor got it, and good coverage downfield by the punt return here. 4:09 left here in the half. Sandy's leading at 16-7. Just didn't take advantage of that safety and opportunity to do something with it on that drive.
Yeah, I know for sure. I'm sure if I'm just a fly on the wall for those Amarillo High adjustments that they have, penalties. You have to cut those in half. You need to cut those out entirely if you're able to.
I agree with you. This time they'll send Jordan Evans in the slot to the right side. Empty backfield. Trips to the right, twins to the left. Reed back to pass. Out pattern complete to Cam Taylor. And Taylor is going to be stopped over there out on the edge. First hit by Cam Randall, followed up by an additional hit on the outside by Jaden Sago. Pickup of 6, though. 2nd down and 4. It's really a pretty simplistic offense. They're basically just, as you said earlier, Al, they're taking what Amarillo High has given to them, and they're giving them those short little out patterns.
Absolutely.
2nd down and 4. Empty backfield for Reed. Looks left, over the middle, got a man open. There's Noah Alexander, and he'll make the catch for the first down at the Monterey 43-yard line. 3:25, the chains will move. Monterey 1 timeout left here in the half. They just found a little open space down there and was able to get a nice pass reception from Reed. Williams to the left of Reed. Back to pass. Reed looking downfield, and good cover. Oh, he caught it! My goodness gracious, Cam Taylor. He'll break it, trying to break again, and he's dragged down around the 5-yard line. Cam Randall that time made an ill-advised play, and we've got a flag, so there'll be some extracurricular activity, but what a reception by Cam Taylor.
Maybe a little bit of an extra shove there after the play.
All the way down to the 5-yard line. Monterey, well, they're having a discussion down there. We'll get the call from the official.
Dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 10 of the offense. 15 yards from the end of the play. It'll be 1st and 10 Monterey.
Well, I was afraid that was going to go against the Sandys, but that 15-yarder will bring it back to the 20, and it'll be a 1st and 10, which is better than 1st and 10 at the 20 instead of 1st and goal at the 5.
100%. It's still great play. Like as we were saying, again, the types of horizontal plays, little dink and dunk, little passes there, wouldn't be much longer until they're able to gash them vertically. Again, tremendous catch there from Cam Taylor.
And Cam Randall on the coverage, I think made an ill-advised play. Quickly up to the line comes Monterey. Williams to the left of Reed. Read out of the gun. Looking for the fade down. Oh, picked off there at around the 7-yard line by the Sandys, and bringing it back. That's going to be Creed Cavalier, the defensive coordinator's son. That's what you've been looking for, somebody to make a pop on the ball. Big, big defensive play.
Great play on the ball, great attack, great play recognition there from the young man. He came in, swooped in. Great effort from that Amarillo High secondary.
Well, of course, the Cavalier family, everybody remembers his dad, Dennis Cavalier. He's got lots of Cavaliers all over the Panhandle. His mom was a great volleyball player at WT, better known as Shannon Stroud. His sister played for Amarillo High. She's now down at Lubbock Christian. So here we go. Sandy's 1st and 10 at the 30. Pistol formation. Handoff up the middle to Donovan. And Donovan will pick up pretty good yards once again, and we'll go to the 2-minute timeout. Not the 2-minute warning in high school and college. It's called the 2-minute timeout. We'll take it with them on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
You've got enough going on. Worrying about drinking water shouldn't be one. Get Aqua One premium water delivered. 5-gallon bottles are by the case. Stay safe. We'll deliver to your home with no contact front door delivery. Aqua One uses ozone filtration to provide the best and safest drinking water. By the case or by 5-gallon bottle to your front door with no contact delivery. Stay home. Stay safe. Order online at drinkaquaone.com or call Aqua One for delivery.
2-minute timeout sponsored by the safety for 2 points for the Sandys and also by Deuce Morrison. So anyway, good play there. You know, you just think, can you just keep with Donovan? Because they really haven't. They've lit up some good stuff, but Donovan has really been a sharp runner tonight for us.
Absolutely. Simply put, solid tackling from Lubbock Monterey, but now without at least 2-3 yards each play from Donovan.
Sends a man in motion. That man in motion takes the ball, and that's Donovan again. He'll pick up the first down at the 40-yard line. They'll move the chains, temporarily stop the clock, of course, with 1:53 to go. Sandys do have all 3 timeouts left here in the first half. Don't forget at halftime, we'll have the halftime show with Lance Leonard and Mike Roden. Lopez out of the backfield, a little bit low, intended for Tate Blackwell that time, just couldn't make the connection, didn't throw it on a real good line, but he's good at rolling to the left and being able to pass the ball.
You want to see if you can get yourself in position, but last thing you need is to turn the ball over again with 90 seconds to go.
And you got a good field goal kicker in Sam Webb, so you want to maybe take advantage of that. Here we go on the jet sweep once again, and Donovan again will pick up the first down in Monterey territory at the 49-yard line. 1:27 to go. They'll stop the clock once again. Yeah, you got the feeling that anytime soon you might see one of those play fakes to Donovan, although they're kind of playing empty backfield with it right now. Trips to the left.
It's a really great execution so far from this Amarillo offense.
Coming in motion. Lopez looking downfield. Got a man open at the 35-yard line, and a nice catch and run out of bounds as that pass complete to number 13. That's going to be Dylan Greider. Greider doesn't get that many catches. In fact, that's his first catch of the year. Caught it around the 30-yard line, gains 10 more yards, 1st and 10 at the 20. 1:05 to go. They'll move the chains. Lopez back to pass, looking for the fade to Sluter. Oh, just over outstretched arms. Good coverage back there that time by number 13, Taman Fitch. Maybe Sluter got away with a little push off there in the end zone, but it's okay.
Great ball as well from Jed Lopez.
It was a well-thrown ball. You know, I know he can play at the next level. I don't know if it's D1 caliber, but he's definitely a young man that needs to be taken advantage of. Fake the jet sweep. Lopez going to call his own number, going up there and somehow He rock and rolls for about 5 yards down to the 15. This probably will be a timeout taken by the Sandies. And indeed it is. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
Beef O'Brady's prides itself on two simple ideas.
A place to sit down for some good food.
And a place to catch the game with your friends.
But you know what's even better?
Our daily specials are some of the best in Amarillo.
So the next time the kids are being picky.
You want to catch the game or check out some live music.
Or you're just looking for a great happy hour with friends.
Think Beef O'Brady's.
Plus online ordering and catering available.
Beef O'Brady's, where family time meets game time.
All right, Alan Robertson, football guru. You got 3rd and 5. What are you calling up here?
Oof. Really, really good question. I would not be surprised if we may see a little bit of screenplay action. I think regardless, however, you're going to see more Jude Donovan here.
Man in motion. Oh, how about a reverse? Coming around the right side. They got good blocking down the edge, and it's in there. Touchdown, Sandies. Tate Blackwell. Just his 2nd carry of the year and his first TD rushing. And the Sandies have taken the lead 22-7. Now let's see if they'll go. No, they're going to go for one. They got Sam out there. But a nice 20-yard reverse. A little trickeration there. Blackwell's 2nd touchdown of the night.
That might be as perfect of a play call as you can possibly ask for as well.
And both his touchdowns are 20 yards each. Sam Webb, extra point. It's up. It's good. 23-7, 44 seconds left in the half. Back after this timeout on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
Beef O'Brady's prides itself on two simple ideas.
A place to sit down for some good food.
And a place to catch the game with your friends.
But you know what's even better?
Our daily specials are some of the best in Amarillo.
So the next time the kids are being picky.
You want to catch the game or check out some live music.
Or you're just looking for a great happy hour with friends.
Think Beef O'Brady's.
Plus online ordering and catering available.
Beef O'Brady's, where family time meets game time.
And we welcome back. We got 2 PHS graduates doing the game for you tonight. Phil Woodall, Pascal High School, Fort Worth. Alan Robertson, Pflugerville High School in Pflugerville.
Go Panthers, baby. Yeah. Go Panthers.
Same for me.
Yeah.
Pascal,
oh, you got to love it. You got to love it.
We're a match made in heaven, I guarantee you that. Big run by Blackwell, 2nd touchdown for him tonight. Both of them 20 yards. Here's a kick by Tomas Pepper. Pepper, high end over end kick. Fielded at the 30-yard line. That's going to be, I believe, number 24, Terrence King. And now they have 1 timeout left, 40 seconds to go. Sandies have 2 timeouts left. You know, depends on what Monterey wants to do. If they're going to pass it, maybe Amarillo High thinks about some timeouts. Maybe they can get the ball back to get a late field goal or a late score.
And like we saw with the previous offensive drive from Monterey, they are more than capable of going vertical now. So that's something to keep in the back pocket with the amount of time left, with them getting the ball back at half. Just keep them up more than anything else.
They look like they're going to run the ball. Kind of tight formations. It's going to be Deuce Moore trying to get outside, and he's going to be dragged down from behind. Nice tackle that time by outstanding linebacker Troy Brown. And looks like Sandy's not going to call a timeout. Looks like Monterey's not in any kind of hurry to call a play. I think we may have seen the end of this half. Everybody said, let's go and let's make our halftime adjustments. Well, it's been an outstanding one. Amarillo High with 3 touchdowns, a 20-yard touchdown pass from Jet Lopez to Tate Blackwell, 21-yard by Jude Donovan, and a 20-yard end around Reverse play for Tate Blackwell again, along with a safety. Sandy's lead at the half, 23-7. We'll be back after our halftime show on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
BritCare has been working to make your daily routine a little easier for over 25 years. And now you can track your blood sugar with real-time readings without the finger sticks. Stop by and speak with one of our experts about continuous glucose monitors. You can pick it up on site or get it shipped directly to your door. Plus, we will work directly with your doctor. We're here, we're local, and we'll always be there for you. BritCare Home Medical, 1800 South Coulter.
Hi, I'm country singer Lori Morgan, and when it comes to remodeling my bathroom, Zentex Remodeling Group hit all the right notes. Need a new bathtub or shower? Zentex of West Texas can get it done in as little as 1 day. Save $999 on your new bath or shower system or 0% interest for 24 months, plus a free Kohler toilet with purchase. Trust me, you'll be singing in the shower before you know it. Call 855-4ZENTEX.
Hey Amarillo, the More to Move You sales event is on. I'm Taylor Brigette, and there's never been a better time to get behind the wheel of a new Mazda. Enjoy low monthly payments on our best-selling models. 1.9% on a 2025 Mazda CX-50, plus 90 days no payment. 1.9% on a 2025 Mazda CX-90, plus 90 days no payment. And as always, warranty forever at no extra cost. Visit us today or anytime at MazdaAmarillo.com.
Working with bees is like therapy. When I open a hive, it really does something for the soul. My full name is Charles Agar, but I go by Charlie. I'm a beekeeper and owner of Charlie Bee Company, LLC. We do all things bees and beekeeping. We are an agritourism site, so people come here to learn about bees. Thanks to Capital Farm Credit, we're able to buy our dream property, put a home on it, build our shop, start a business. And that's the kind of thing that tells me that with Capital Farm Credit, together we're better.
Braceros Mexican Grill and Bar on 6th Street and Braceros Downtown presents 2 new plates on the menu, California Plate and Aguachiles de Camarón. Craving fajitas? Come to Braceros Mexican Grill and Bar on 6th Street and Braceros Downtown on Wednesdays to get your choice of fajitas for $13.99. Chicken, beef, shrimp, or combination, all for $13.99. Only at Braceros.
At Regular GMC, my non-commissioned sales staff are all paid the same to ensure that you are treated with respect. Come in, take a look at my great selection of 25 Yukons, Sierra light duties, and heavy duties. We also have a large selection of fresh trade-ins and certified pre-owned. Over 1,000 Google reviews, my free lifetime powertrain warranty on new and used, my highly trained technicians. Why would you go anywhere else? I'm Greg Lair, and I personally guarantee you this will be the best buying experience you've ever had.
And now the live high school football halftime show presented by News Channel 10 and the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the BritCare Home Medical Halftime Show. Good to have you with us, and we'll get you back out to your game here in just a minute. But let's talk a little high school football here right quick, Lance, as we're into week 5 now. 4 weeks in the books already. And we start off with our tip of the caps, and we've got, I think, some pretty good ones tonight.
Yeah, I do too. I'll tip my cap to Paladuro and what happened last week against Amarillo High. 66th meeting of that rivalry game. And it was a slugfest. 5 minutes left, it's still a one score game.
Right.
But what Paladuro was able to do, win 35-14. First time they've beaten Amarillo High, Mike, in back-to-back years since 2001-02. Little history lesson there.
Wow.
But what we saw was just a very physical Paladuro team refusing to give in to a larger line, Amarillo High's offensive line. It was fun to watch. And Amarillo High came in smoking. I mean, they were averaging 42.3 points a game against 3 6As, and they were only able to manage 14 against Paladuro. But it was fun. It was a fun night. Homecoming for Amarillo High, they spoiled that as well. Yeah. And there was a packed house on Amarillo High's side. I love that. Eric Mims deserves a tip of the cap as well. Paladuro is relevant. That's all there is to it. They were good last year. This team's even better. I don't care what the win-loss records come out to be, anything like that. But they're a lot of fun to watch. Obviously, Amarillo High lost their 2 wide receivers.
And that made an impact.
Sluter and Oliver Parsons in the second half. That totally impacted that game. But, the list is crazy. Barnes had 17 tackles. If you watch number 13, Vern Blair, he is out there on the island.
Oh, yeah.
Little Deion Sanders, I'm like, here's your side of the field, Vern, good luck. And he did very well. Yeah. And then Darian Lewis on both offense and defense impacted that game. And then we are seeing the emergence of one of the better quarterbacks we've seen in our city in quite some time.
I agree.
In Deuce Reese, and he's just a junior. And we've seen some good ones here recently,
yes.
but he is making a statement now. His escapability, his ability to make plays in the clutch, and that's what PD did late in that game. Was third downs, they were able to convert and continue their drives. So just a tip of the cap. Great night for AISD, but Paladuro's back.
And along that same line. We talk a lot about the talent on the offensive side of the ball for Paladuro, but you mentioned a couple of defenders as well. That defense is by far better than I thought they would be this year. They're only giving up, what is it, about almost a little under 8 points per game.
That's impressive.
And they played some good teams.
Yeah, they have, and they're very physical as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Coach Dunham may want to not, no disrespect to Coach Dunham and Amarillo High, but they got out physicaled in that game, as coaches like to say. Yeah. That's the bottom line.
Interesting. And you had kind of a 1A as far as tip of the cap
hey,
as well.
Real quick, Dimmitt, Jimmy Arias out at Dimmitt. They are now 3-1. Had a monster win there, and they got Highland Park this weekend. But they were 4-36 in the previous years coming into this year, Mike. And they're 3-1,
wow.
Which means in 2024, 2023, they were 2-8, and then in 2022, 0-10. So they've already won more games 4 weeks into the season than they have the previous 3 years at any time.
That has got to feel great for Dimmitt. And for any team that's had such lean times, you feel good when they can get it going.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Dimmitt there.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, well, my tip of the cap goes out to Canyon Independent School District teams. All 3 of them combined right now, 4 weeks into the season, are 11-1. I mean, you've got 2 undefeateds, Randall and West Plains. We've talked a lot about those 2. Canyon holding their own. They're 3-1. That's not too shabby 4 weeks into the season.
That is so cool. And by the way, we have 7 undefeated teams, Mike, left. To your point, in the 806, what we call the 806, Mike and I, for our reference, and 2 of those are those CISD schools you just talked about.
Yeah, and chances to keep it going this week. Canyon
West Plains is guaranteed.
That's
off.
Right, they're open this week, so the Wolves get to sit back and kind of catch their breath a little bit as they get ready to go down to Argyle and play Liberty Christian next week. But Canyon's at home against the New Mexico team out of Farmington, Piedra Vista, which, we talked a lot about this at this time last year. Who are these guys and where do they come from? And Canyon won it last year, and they're back this season. So that'll be kind of an interesting match.
Yeah, that's a 9-hour bus ride. That's why we haven't heard of them. Can you imagine that? But one of the things I looked up, Mike, real quick on Piedra Vista, you say it better than I do, but they are Farmington, so they're way over there. But this will be the 3rd state in 3 weeks they played in.
Really?
They played in Colorado. Their one loss is to Durango. And then they were in New Mexico last week, and they're in Texas this weekend.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High school.
And Canyon handled them last year, as I said, but I think looks like just even their record and just who they played, maybe a little better team.
They have a dual threat quarterback named Ruben Marquez, who actually has rushed for more than he's thrown already, like 340 to 333. So they'll have to deal. Anytime you're dealing with a skilled dual threat quarterback, things can happen like crazy.
Yeah.
And it should be fun. Canyon did settle on a quarterback, though. Were you surprised about this real quick or what?
Well, everybody kept figuring it would happen eventually, and I guess it finally did.
Yeah, with Hacker going in full time. So, and they had a good great game with Caprock.
That was a fun game.
Yeah, very
really
fun
entertaining.
game. Yeah.
So, Piedra Vista, the opponent for Canyon this week, and then Randall.
9 hours.
Yeah, I know. It's like going to El Paso. I mean, and then Randall has a toughie going against Estacado. West Plains played Estacado, and Cedric Ross racked up the yardage, but he was kind of the only cog for Estacado as West Plains won that one. So now it's Randall's turn.
Yeah, all he did was go for 80, 70, and 62-yard touchdown runs against West Plains.
Right.
Yeah, so
so
that is a major test for Randall's defense. The speed, he's probably the fastest running back you're going to see if you go out and watch this game. In the Panhandle this year.
Yeah, and so a big test here in non-district play for the Raiders. See if they can stay undefeated. That'll be down at Lubbock. So, big test for Randall in that one. Well, let's take our first time out here, and we'll come back, take a look at some more news and notes from high school football when we continue on the Britt Care Home Medical Halftime Show on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network and News Channel 10.
Found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. She's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. He saved me a lot of money, had a lot for me to choose. If you stop in, you'll be saying it too. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Ooh, she's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me.
You've got enough going on. Worrying about drinking water shouldn't be one. Get Aqua One premium water delivered. 5-gallon bottles are by the case. Stay safe. We'll deliver to your home with no contact front door delivery. Aqua One uses ozone filtration to provide the best and safest drinking water. By the case or by 5-gallon bottle to your front door with no contact delivery. Stay home. Stay safe. Order online at drinkaquaone.com or call Aqua One for delivery.
TPSN and Beef O'Brady's are teaming up to bring you the best local high school sports viewing experience around. This fall, catch over 200 local games on the big screen from the Texas Panhandle Sports Network's official watch location, Beef O'Brady's. And Beef O'Brady's has you covered with amazing daily specials, a great happy hour, and plenty of big screens, so you don't miss a second of the game. TPSN and Beef O'Brady's, your #1 source for local high school sports. With the News Channel 10 First Alert weather app, you'll be ready for whatever weather the Panhandle throws at you. Hail, tornadoes, snow, heat. Prep for all of them with the latest information from the First Alert weather team.
Skies are just completely clear. It's all about the wind today, southwest.
Live video streams and real-time alerts when severe weather is in your area. Watch, follow, and track with us. Scan the QR code and download the News Channel 10 First Alert weather app today.
Hi, I'm country singer Lori Morgan, and when it comes to remodeling my bathroom, I trust Zentex Remodeling Group. As a family-owned and operated business right here in West Texas, Zentex installs bathtubs, showers, and accessibility systems all in as little as one day. Save $999 on your new bath or shower system or 0% interest for 24 months, plus a free Kohler toilet with purchase.
Call 855-4Zentex.
Well, let's continue on the Britt Care Home Medical Halftime Show. Lance, you mentioned it briefly where we've got 7 undefeated teams left in the area. What we lost, I guess, 2 or 3 last week, right?
Yeah, Amarillo High was one, right. Farwell was one, and then White Deer played undefeated in Miami.
Okay.
And so one of those had to go down the drain. But
down to 7 now.
We got Boys Ranch still alive, maybe the feel-good story of the year. Now they're at Kingdom Prep Academy and will be tested big time.
And that's, on the road down
on the road. So. Miami's at McLean. So that's the 6-man. And then West Texas High. Jeff Smith make big-time noise. And they got River Road tonight, as well as Wellington Panhandle.
Oh,
Wellington's
boy.
Undefeated. Panhandle had that little hiccup against Dalhart, rebounded last week. But they're at Wellington, the Skyrockets. That's a tough place. You know it better than anybody.
Yeah.
Being a good old Memphis Cyclone, that is a brutal place to win. And then Canadian has Sunray. Sunray struggling. By the way, I want to say something real quick. Sunray Field is not going to be used this year. I was wrong last week. They played at Stinnett. So they will, I think, play Stinnett. Maybe Dumas is offering their field. So we'll try to keep you up on the Sunray home games and where they decide to play them.
That's a shame, because of the storm damage that they suffered right before things got underway.
And they tried to get it ready, but their safety was the whole factor, safety for our fans. And then, of course, Randall and West Plains. So those are our 7. And we'll see if they can survive one more week.
Well, and kind of along those same lines, I mentioned this a little bit when I talked about Palo Duro's defense allowing only 7, just a little under 8 points per game. I thought it would be fun to kind of see, and this is highly subjective as to who you're playing.
Yeah,
I know that.
Of course,
but 4 weeks in, here are some of the numbers. The team that's allowing the fewest points in 11-man football in our area on defense is the Wheeler Mustangs. Wheeler defense allowing an average of only 3.5 points per game.
That's impressive.
Mustangs are 3-1. Their only loss was 8-0 to Hale Center.
Yeah.
And Hale Center's a pretty good team too. Then PD averaging just under 8, and then West Plains and Randall's defenses both allowing about 11 points per game. So kind of like you would think, defense wins championships. All of those teams are really good.
No, I agree, and that's man. And they have offenses on a couple of those teams that are pretty impressive as well.
That is, and that's kind of next as we flip the coin over to the offensive side. Any guesses as to who averages the most points per game this season?
I'll go West Plains.
Okay, they're up there. They're in the top 3.
What about Dimmitt with that 83?
Dimmitt was in the top 5, I think. Yeah. Okay. West Plains averages 49.75 points per game so far. They're in 3rd. West Texas High, 2nd place at 57.5 points per game. Can you imagine averaging that much per game?
No.
Well, how about the Panhandle Panthers?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, 61 points per game.
That's insane. And they have a loss in there to Dalhart.
Yeah.
61 a game.
Yeah, amazing numbers for Panhandle. So, and again, it depends on who you're playing. I know.
No, I like the fact.
But
it's fun to play.
Played a tough schedule.
They have.
And West Plains has as well. So,
Panhandle includes Stratford and Dalhart, and tonight, and then it's Wellington. So they don't back off.
And before we get away, 6-man, it's a whole different animal. So we kind of separate.
I wonder if somebody averaging 61 in 6-man?
The Boys Ranch Rough Riders.
All right.
64, in fact, for Boys Ranch.
Way to go.
They lead area teams with 64 points per game average on offense, and their defense only allowing 11 per game. So. And then Hart in there leading the defensive teams in the area, averaging 8.33 points per game. So I thought that was interesting.
Very interesting.
Like I say, subjective for sure, but
and you go point differential real quick with Boys Ranch. That's 53 points they're averaging their wins by.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been impressive.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah. So, kind of interesting to think about those things. Some of the other matchups this week, we've got a big one on Thursday, Amarillo High, Monterey. Sandy's trying to bounce back from that loss to Palo Duro. Caprock has a toughie to open up the district race. And by the way, that needs to be said. It is district for those 5A Division I teams this week. And Caprock tangles with Abilene. Now, they've shown, they were the preseason favorite and still are going to be battling for the district title, but they, come in with a 2-2 mark. So, they've at least shown that they're human.
No, fair.
But still a tough team.
And the losses are in Permian and Midland Legacy, so a lot of teams are going to be 0-2 against those two teams.
6A schools.
But they have a quarterback named Braden Henry, maybe 5'7", Mike. He's got a little Kyler Murray in him, I mean, he's that type. And he's their leading rusher as well as passer. So Caprock's got to get him down to the ground and avoid the big gash plays that he can produce.
Okay, we'll see what happens there. Some of the other games around the area this weekend on Week 5, Dumas and Bushland. And, Bushland's 1-3, uncharacteristic, but still a pretty good football team. And then Dumas riding high at 3-1. They're another team that's put up a lot of points.
And been in some crazy games as well. That comes down to the end, it seems, each week with those guys. But, this is a great matchup with two wonderful coaches who love the game but who also can flat-out coach the game.
Yeah,
so
no question.
It's quite a matchup. Bushland's going to go in ticked off.
Yeah, they're chomping.
They're not used to 1-3.
No, not at all. Then, we thought Perryton and Pampa would be a
I
good
like
matchup.
that. I like that a lot. Yeah. You kind of have you have two very talented players in this game. Cooper Schilling, the quarterback at Perryton, and then Max Neff, the running back at Pampa.
Yeah, that's some talent for sure. But among those two, we mentioned Panhandle and Wellington squaring off. Stratford is the one who plays Trinity Christian this week, and Trinity Christian was Wellington's opponent last week. Wellington handled them relatively easily, 44-22. So we'll see if Stratford can do the same. That one's in Lubbock for the Elks.
Yeah, Stratford has that memory of that Panhandle game, and they took it out the last, they've been on a roll since. So we'll see if they can continue.
All right, well, that's kind of what we are looking at this week, week 5 of the high school football season. And we've got a game to second half to play, so let's get you back out to it now. Thanks for being with us on the BritCare Home Medical Halftime Show. For Lance Launderd, I'm Mike Roden on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network and News Channel 10.
Cracks in walls? Sticking doors? Panhandle Foundation Repair provides a lifetime transferable warranty on your foundation repair. As long as the house is around, the owner and foundation are covered. Call Panhandle Foundation Repair for the best foundation repair warranty in the business. 373-4000. Panhandle Foundation Repair is the choice when it comes to your home's foundation because of their lifetime transferable warranty on foundation repair. 373-4000.
We take the stress out of collision repair. Jimmy Fincher Body Shop, the people who care. Make us your very first call. Cause at Jimmy Fincher we do it all. We fix it right, guaranteed. We don't cut corners, we do quality. Just as good as new, that's what we do. Jimmy Fincher Body Shop.
Amarillo, listen up. Amarillo Mitsubishi is turning up the heat. Get behind the wheel of a 2025 Outlander, America's most affordable SUV with third-row seating, 0% APR for 60 months. Or go sign and drive with 0 down, 0 due-it signing, 0 first month's payment. And it gets better. You're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and 5 full years of roadside assistance. Plus, warranty forever comes standard. Amarillo Mitsubishi, your Mitsubishi headquarters.
With more than 30 years of experience, we at Dawkins Overhead Doors take pride in our same-day installation and repair services, and we work to get you the best door for your needs. Dawkins also offers MyQ-compatible doors to help you monitor and open or close your garage whenever, wherever, right from your mobile device. From commercial to private, we're able to install or repair your garage doors no matter the size or style. Give us a call. Dawkins Overhead Doors has you covered.
Well, we welcome you back to Dick Bivens Stadium in Amarillo. Phil Woodall and Alan Robertson with you tonight, and the Sandies leading at the half by a score of 23-7, thanks to a couple of touchdowns by Tate Blackwell. 20-yard touchdown pass from Jed Lopez with 10:17 to go in the opening quarter. Also, Jude Donovan on a 21-yard run with 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Then they scored a safety when the ball went through the hands of the punter into the end zone, out for 2 points. And then Tate Blackwell on the end-around reverse scores with 44 seconds left in the half to make it 23-7. Alan, got a few stats for us so far for Amarillo High.
100%. I mean, of course, going into this game, we had the expectation as to the intensity, the attention to detail, the execution, more than anything on the offensive sides of things. So far, so solid for Coach Dunham and company. Jed Lopez, 6 for 11, 49 yards in the passing touchdown. When it comes to Jude Donovan, again, he is absolutely electric, and he has been a very, very hard runner for the Sandies so far. 7 carries for 68 yards and a touchdown. These guys are able to do it all. We've seen, safe to say, and obviously you can attest to this, it has been as close to textbook Amarillo High offense that we've seen a half of the way through. So, of course, to keep that level of momentum carrying over into the second half, I know this Lubbock Monterey team is not going to go just so quietly into the night.
Adjustments, we always talk about that, and you being a former football player, what do you get, whether it was offense or defense, what do the coaches try to talk to you about? All right, say you're Monterey, what do you want to do in the second half?
Again, I mean, I think so far they've had a pretty solid game plan up to this point. Again, they've had the types of horizontal passing plays, the types of quick outs which, I mean, as we've said throughout the broadcast already, Amarillo High in that secondary, they're giving those opportunities. They're giving that space, because when we did see the one score from Lubbock Monterey, of course, a little bit of a one-yard muscling in from Deuce Moore, but a part of them getting to that position
was that huge 40-plus yard catch from Cam Taylor as well. When the moments you can go vertical, keep going vertical, keep going back to the things that have got you into this position. However, very physical and very big Amarillo High defensive line as well. So it's going to be a tough battle. Keep fighting, keep pounding away. The things have been there. You just have to convert on those opportunities. And especially, speaking of converting on opportunities, I was overhearing from a couple of folks when it came to the penalty stats going into the half, over 90 yards in penalty yards given from Amarillo High. You have to convert on those opportunities. You have to put up points on the board, whether it's 3, whether it's 6. We need to see a lot more of the execution from Coach Simpson Company. Coach Smith and Company, pardon me.
Yeah, and then you got Coach Dunham. He's back in there. And, of course, he's got his defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator, and I think they're fairly happy. I know they haven't been able to stretch the field with Austin Sluter and Oliver Parsons, and I think part of that is those two guys are coming off injuries and kind of want to save them for next week when they go on the road to take on preseason favorite Abilene High. But at least with Jude Donovan, and you said 7 carries, 68 yards.
Yes,
so
sir.
that's 9.5 per carry.
Oh, yeah.
And he came in averaging about 8 yards per carry. So he's a dynamic runner, but they just have to make some adjustments. I like the way they're playing the defense. They're going to continue to give that. And, of course, Creed Cavalier got the late pick down in the red zone when he jumped the route down there when they tried to go long and vertical with it. So, anyway, we'll see what happens. And second half should be an interesting contest. Monterey will have the ball to start out. That's a big one defensively for the Sandys. If they can shut them down and come back with a good drive themselves, they put themselves with an advantage in the second half.
1,000% again. I mean, it's still a manageable game for the Plainsmen, but you have to put up points on the board this opening drive. If it's a quick 3 and out, and if it's even a field goal in return from Amarillo High, it's not out of the realm of a comeback, but you are severely behind the 8 ball in order to make this a meaningful ball game.
All right, our halftime score here on the BritCare Home Medical Halftime Show is the Sandys leading it by a score of 23-7. Also, we have a special contest tonight. As we know, Alan is from Pflugerville, and if you can spell Pflugerville, we will thank you very much for being able to do that. I know how to spell it, but then again, that's what I'm good at is spelling. Anyway, we'll be back after this 30-second timeout on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
I was on my way home from work, and next thing I know, I just went flying up in the air. I suffered a traumatic head injury, and I suffered a spinal cord injury. Within the first 48 hours, I went to see Lynn McGraw. And without Lynn in that settlement, I would be like any other person with a brain injury. I'd be destitute. The relief of not having financial stressors is incredible.
If you've been injured in an accident, at the McCraw Law Group, we're here to help. 806-342-5900.
Back at Dick Bivens Stadium, one other game tonight on the TPSN network. We've got Randall at Lubbock Estacado. Went to ScoreStream, haven't found a score on that as of yet. They had it 0-0 going in the third quarter, but that normally means nobody's keeping score. Tomorrow, we've got Tascosa at Lubbock Coronado. All these games will start at 6:30, of course. And Abilene High comes in to take on Caprock tomorrow here at Dick Bivens, starting at 7 o'clock. And that second year in a row, it's Farmington, New Mexico, Piedra Vista at Canyon. Now, I don't know how they talked them into coming 2 years in a row, but somehow they did, and they're going to do it. Now, a couple of years ago, the Sandys played Rio Rancho, New Mexico, Cleveland, which is north of Albuquerque. I got the first game at home. The second one I didn't go because I was coming off knee surgery and wasn't able to travel, but the head coach is down from around Lubbock, so it was kind of interesting. And he said, the people listened to our broadcast, and they said, oh, you guys did a great job. And I said, well, that's what we're paid to do, and we're paid not to be homers. We're paid to be excited for the home team that we broadcast for. And of course, when we have two teams from the same network, we are evenly spaced as far as our comments are concerned. So it's interesting, and of course, I think it's next week that is it West Plains, I think, goes down to Argyle Liberty Christian.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And we'll take on Liberty Christian down there, coached by former Dallas Cowboy tight end Jason Witten, who would also like to see Jerry Jones retired, just like I would. But that's
preaching to the choir there.
Yeah, well, and I'm going to tell you, growing up in Fort Worth as I did, I was able to go the first year the Cowboys were good in 1966. I went to the first chance to go to the Super Bowl between the Packers and the Cowboys, January 1st of '67, Cotton Bowl in Dallas. I'm an 18-year-old college freshman, and I spent $10 for an end zone ticket.
Oh, my Lord.
Now, that's 1966.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money for a college freshman back in those days. So, anyway, we're seeing the Sandies come out, getting ready. And, of course, Kyle Arendt, our wonderful person who works for News Channel 10, he'll get the lights to floating around here in just a minute. We'll remind you our score is 23-7. We'll pay the bills one more time. It's the halftime score. Sandies lead at 23-7 on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
This is Holden at 10. No budget, no spending alerts, no shot. And this is Future Holden. When Holden was 10, Mom signed him up for Amarillo National's student visa debit card. That first account helped him learn about money early, smart spending, budgeting, and a cash bonus for good grades.
So, what do we use our cash rewards for?
We took Bella to prom.
It's not too late to get your own student card.
Welcome back to Dick Bivens Stadium. Phil Woodall and Alan Robertson with you this evening. Glad that you're with us. And again, we said Monterey will have the first possession in the second half. And looking forward to a good second half of action. They always talk about, and I'm sure the coaches did too, first 5 minutes of that second half is the most important of the second half and the game per se.
Absolutely. That's where you see the immediate adjustments. That's where you're able to see, especially if you're keeping that level of intensity. If you're Amarillo High, if you're keeping that pressure, keeping the foot on their neck, for lack of a better way of saying it, providing pressure in the pocket defensively, trying to be those types of ball hawks, which the secondary has done a pretty solid job, all things considered, up to this particular point. Again, when you go back to the offensive sides of things, execution. That's the name of the game. The same things that got you here will be the same things that get you out of here later on tonight.
All right, just a beautiful night for football. Wind negligible tonight. Usually it's blowing like crazy, as you have found out from living up here for some time in the Texas Panhandle. And, of course, I always knew growing up in Fort Worth, if we got a blue norther down there, it was up here first. So, but as I said, I've lived up here 51 years now, and Fort Worth may be my hometown, but Amarillo's my home.
That makes two of us here. This place has been absolutely amazing to me throughout the past 10 years, and to have this new position here, and as far as broadcasting is concerned, it's more get-to opportunities, as I've said plenty of times in the past.
All righty. Well, we're glad to have you with us. Hope you folks are enjoying the show out there. And here we go in the second half. Tomas Pepper will kick it off right to left for the Sandies. High end over end kick. Come up to one of the upbacks at the 25-yard line. And that's going to be number 24. That's going to be Terrence King again. He's been basically the kickoff man tonight. Gets good yardage. And they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Monterey at their own 35-yard line. And we'll just see what they want to come out with as they get ready to do that. Noah Alexander has really been a good wideout for the Monterey Plains tonight. Number 1, Q Boyd, is out tonight, I assume, because of some injury. So here we go. Twins to the left, single receiver Alexander to the right. Jonah Reed, the quarterback. Hand off to the right side. Good run that time. Got tripped up there as he was trying to get a head of steam. That's going to be Legend Williams, and it's spelled Legin. We hope we're pronouncing that right, and if we're not, we apologize.
Illegal block below the waist. Number 42 offense. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
And Alan, that's the second time they've had one of those blocked below the knee, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah. A little bit of H-back action there from Caleb Robertson. 5'10", 205 tight end, sophomore with this class as well.
Yeah, they had the ball at the 5-yard line, and that's what kept them out of there. Or did they score on that one eventually? They got back to the 20. I think that's the one they eventually scored on from a yard out. So anyway, it's first and a whole bunch. More like 1st and 25. Reed out of the gun. Quick pass out to the side, setting up that bubble screen, but the Sandys get to it quickly. And like the Sandys have been, there's Troy Brown making the tackle. Looks like they're really getting out on that edge when they, especially on those little screens out to the side. So it'll bring up 2nd down. And it says 35. I don't know if that's correct. It may be. Nope, 2nd and 24. That's what was up on the scoreboard. Reed out of the gun. Twins right. Reed flushed out of the pocket. He's going to scramble. Not going to go anywhere, and the Sandys will gobble him up quick. Casey Stroud there. Also Oliver Cronella. So I think they made some defensive adjustments at the half, it appears. Got to reach the 45-yard line. And they're at the 19, so that's a 3rd and 26. I actually think he lost some yards there.
Big passing down. We've already seen some solid pressure, even just with that last play there from Amarillo High. Expect to see a lot more here to force a 3 and out.
Davian Taylor is in the slot right. Back to pass, looking downfield. It's overthrown and couldn't get to it in time was Creed Cavalier. Also coverage downfield by Cameron Randall, or as I just call him Cam. So a nice 3 and out by the Sandys on this one, thanks to that below the block penalty against Monterey. Yeah, there were 4 Randalls that came over from Paladura that became eligible last week. And if they had transferred to Randall, they would have been known as the Randalls. Okay, folks. Tip your waitresses. I'll be here all week. High snap to Martinez. He has it. Horrible punt. Sidewinder, but it does take a Monterey bounce, and he'll get more yardage out of that than he probably deserved. About a 31, 33-yard punt, 1st and 10 as it blown dead at the 48-yard line of the Sandstorm. Now, coach, player, what do they do now? Back to Donovan again, set it up, maybe set that run up and set the pass up?
Same thing that got you here, same thing that get you out of here. Keep running the rock, pounding it in, whether it's outside, inside zones. Donovan's certainly good for it. He'll find a way to make that hole and make that into something special.
Pistol formation, pitch play, toss it over to Donovan. Donovan gets good yardage again, good blocking out on the edge. The guy that went in motion was Dylan Greider. He was usually see Parsons. So I think they're holding Parsons back a little bit, getting him ready for next week in the important game down at Abilene. Got 8, 2nd and 2.
Of course, those Abilene schools, certainly no stranger to really high-powered ball games.
And they're good. They had a big shootout up here last year. There's a handoff to Donovan. Donovan goes to the outside, got the 1st down and more, and sticks his head down and goes out of bounds. And he's just a tough runner. He's been over 100 yards in all 4 games, I believe. I can't remember last week if he got over that amount. But he's had a good year so far. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And this is one where you think you get a score here and you just keep playing good defense. You can get this thing done by the 4th quarter. Donovan again. It's a Donovan drive so far. He'll pick up about 3 yards. Well, you can see the big beef ups front for the Sandys. About that time, they switched to a shot of the girls. I didn't mean you girls. Talk about the big alignment up front. 2nd down and 7. Donovan positions himself to the left of Lopez. Tight end wing right. Donovan again. Big hole off the side, around the 20. Cuts back inside the 10-yard line. And boy, great blocking on that right edge.
If I'm looking at it correctly, Xavier Ingram, number 79, that was the bigger reason as to why they got to that position there.
6'4", 325-pounder. First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Scary sight if you have a 300-plus pounder pulling.
And going quick. Donovan again, this time he is wrapped up out on the edge, may have lost a yard. Good defense by Monterey. Now they'll bring in a couple of subs.
No gain on the play. Second and goal.
A little short yardage red zone action here. I'm curious, you might be able to see a little bit of a sprint out pass here.
Camden Myers goes in motion. Myers not there. Back over the middle. Touchdown, Sandys. Right back over the middle from 10 yards out. Complete to James Bryant, and that's his first touchdown of the year. I think his first touchdown ever on the varsity. So a 10-yard touchdown pass, and the Sandys extend their lead.
Gotta love those moments, getting the young men involved, getting the newcomers into the scene here.
Career touchdown pass number 55 for Jet Lopez. Webb on for the extra point. And the soccer national champion in the Pro League puts it up, puts it through. It's good. Sandys lead 30-7, 7:35 to go here in quarter number 3. Sandys on top by a score of 30-7 on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
We were in a car accident shortly after leaving church on Mother's Day.
The McCraw Law Group was really there for us. As soon as they got a hold of the case, everything was prompt.
We were compensated fairly, and the most important thing of all is we were able to restore our time with our boys. I think if someone were to ask us for any advice, if they were in an accident, it would definitely be to call McCraw Law Group.
If you've been injured in an accident, at the McCraw Law Group, we're here to help. 806-342-5900.
Beef O'Brady's prides itself on two simple ideas.
A place to sit down for some good food.
And a place to catch the game with your friends.
But you know what's even better?
Our daily specials are some of the best in Amarillo.
So the next time the kids are being picky.
You want to catch the game or check out some live music.
Or you're just looking for a great happy hour with friends.
Think Beef O'Brady's.
Plus online ordering and catering available.
Beef O'Brady's, where family time meets game time.
And don't forget, Beef O'Brady's is the official watch location for TPSN live streams. So Tomas Pepper will kick off. Nice drive again, and you called it exactly right, Alan. Donovan setting everything up. The passing lane opened up.
Execution has been phenomenal for this Sandy offense.
And James Bryant with his first touchdown of his career. Pepper this time goes back deep with it. Deuce Moore will bring it out from the 5-yard line, heading down the left side. He's got some blocking.
That's a hard runner right there, boy.
Boy, I guarantee he is, and he makes a nice run back. We do have a man down from Monterey, but he's going to be helped off the field. But that's a good return, gives them good field position at their own 45-yard line. They've been kicking it short, but this time they decided to go long with it and got burned that time by the Deuce. This time they'll send 3 receivers out to the right side.
See a whole lot of space on the short side if they're able to bounce it out.
Reed, probably a false start against Monterey, I would think.
False start, number 77, off it, 5 yards.
Kind of hard to miss Jacob Mosley, 6'2", 320-pound senior. When you can do a false start like that, you're going to be caught. Sure hope his mom and dad are not listening. I'd hate to get beat up by Jacob. No, I'm just kidding. It happens.
Yeah, the biggest thing, a true test of alignment. In those types of moments, how you're able to immediately come back to the next game again. Keep the main thing. The main thing, still a lot of ball left to be played.
I agree. 1st and 15, Monterey. They'll send a man in motion. That's going to be Alexander, looking for Alexander downfield. And this time, no flag because it looked like Alexander may have taken down the defender, Creed Cavalier, but good coverage by Cavalier.
It might have looked a little bit of a maybe try and sell the PI there.
Well, I think it was the case they were both going for the ball, and they were probably a bit a little handsy with each other, but it's 2nd and 15, Monterey. This time they'll split Armand White out wide to the right. Send a man in motion. That's going to be Alexander. He'll stop. And now Reed flushed out of the pocket. Tried to get it out to Deuce Moore, but good coverage by Javari Henderson. So 3rd down and 15. Well, obviously, I'm not an expert, but you are. I think the defensive coaches had made some good adjustments already in the second half.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're able to cut into those quick outs, a couple of those quick routes, as we've seen, or as we did see, you know, especially getting into that one score that Lubbock Monterey has had up to this point. Nothing but tremendous adjustments and back to the execution on the defensive side. We've seen, you've especially seen some of the issues that Amarillo High has had throughout these first couple of weeks.
All right, downfield, long drive. It's going to be overthrown, this time intended for Cam Taylor. Good coverage downfield. I believe that was Cam Randall. So to bring up a 4th down punt situation, I would think, for Monterey. Surely they're not going to go for it in their own territory, and they will not. That'll bring on Eric Martinez to punt. Back deep will be Cam Randall.
And that is as close to the only thing that would have been more perfect than that defensive possession is if you were to have turned that into a quick turnover, quick pick 6, fumble 6, whatever the case may be. 4 straight incompletions from Lubbock Monterey to get into this position right now. It was a great defensive possession there from Amarillo.
And we've got probably delay, 5 yards against Monterey. And by the way, Deuce Morrison a couple of games ago against Midland High had a scoop 6.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like the pick 6 and the scoop 6. But one of my favorite plays several years ago down at Lubbock was a pass to one of the defensive linemen who came in as a wide receiver and scored a touchdown on it for the Sandys. That was quite the play. Eric Martinez takes his time, punt, a little bit low, bounces Randall, picks it up, retreats to his 28-yard line, gets loose, coming around the side, and I tell you, Randall made something out of that didn't turn into anything bad. Picked up about 7 yards on the return.
Solid start, solid return there.
Well, the Sandys will have it for their second possession of the second half. 6:49 to go here. Trying to get off to a 1-0 district start. Try to go 4-1 on the season before they head to the long road trip to Abilene High next week. Again, I want to appreciate our photographers, camera people associated with NewsChannel 10. Taking our nice pictures for us. Lopez rolls to the right side. Pass complete to the tight end, Caden Verdon.
Lopez pass complete to number 85, Caden Verdon.
Verdon. Don't use the tight end all that often, but he can be a weapon. Picks up 4 yards, 2nd down and 6. Thanks a lot to McCraw Law Group, Braceros, home of $2 Taco Tuesdays, and Bobby Doobie Motors. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Pitch play, tosses out to Donovan, and Donovan, I'll tell you what, he just kind of bowled over his receiver, or his defender that time. Nate DeLeon picks up some good yardage, about 4, I believe. That'll bring up 3rd and 2. Those don't realize just how strong he is. He is a strong-legged runner. Dunwan's another well-known long line of athletes in this town. So are the Sluters. So are the Blackwells. Here's Donovan again. He's got the first down at the 45. Well, I tell you what, might be there. I see a left foot. Yeah, I'll tell you, a left foot spot. I don't think he got it. Nope, he does. Now they say he doesn't. 4th and a smidge. You know, they did the Sandy tush push last time.
Yeah.
And they may be doing it again. It wasn't successful till last week. I'm sorry, the week before against Midland High. It's Lopez and Donovan.
As long as you don't go about it like the Eagles, you commit the false start
and here
multiple
it is,
times.
The Sandy tush push. And we got a flag down, so maybe they heard from the NFL. Hey, it's tight no matter what, but let's see what the flag is. Monterey's indicating against the Sandys. And I'm still trying to locate the ball down there.
Offside, defense.
5
yards. Result of the penalty, first down.
Well, the tush push worked by penalty.
That's the underrated part of the play as well. If you know what's coming, if you want to try and get a jump on it, not everybody can be Troy Polamalu and try and jump over the line and make the play. Unfortunately, that comes with it.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line of the Sandys. By the way, last week we had the Palador pull. They pulled the guy into the end zone for a touchdown. So the push, it was a pull. This time they'll line up in a power formation. Back to pass. Lopez looking downfield, looking for James Bryant. Oh, nice defensive play downfield by the defender. Got to give credit on that to Taman Fitch, who was waiting for Bryant and knocked it away from him at the last second.
Great play there from the young man. We haven't necessarily seen too many times where this Monterey secondary has been tested. I mean, it's still been very much a ground game, the intermediates that could turn into those deep ones, but a bomb like that, props to the secondary for nipping that in the bud.
Well, and again, you don't see Parsons or, and then there goes Blackwell. He's in motion. Donovan again. Pick up a couple of yards. Bring up a 3rd and 8. Dylan Grider will come in now, taking the place of the tight end Verdon. Again, you just got to work with what you got. Blackwell will be on the slot to the right. Tavarius Randall will be split out wide right. Donovan lines up to the left of Lopez. He'll go in motion. Now goes slot right. Lopez looking for some help, and it's going to be picked off by a big D lineman. The big man comes up with a pick. That's going to be K.J. Russell, 6 foot, 240-pounder. I would have liked to have seen him take off with that ball, see how far he could have gotten to go.
I got to tell you, best feelings for a defensive lineman. Pick an interception like that might as well be Chris's morning, if you ask me.
I agree.
Get a play like that going. And you do have again props to Lubbock and Monterey for that defensive play call there. Not many times you're able to see D linemen drop back in coverage there.
Well, and Lopez got a early rush, and so he had to change directions. 1st and 10 at the Sandy 48-yard line. Out of the gun. Reed, quick pass to the outside. Tackle made over there by Deuce Morrison on Noah Alexander. I tell you, Deuce Morrison likes to get over there and play upon the receivers. I tell you what, I talked to Randy Johnson, the freshman coach, and he said he's a great athlete, got some stuff to learn, but he started in game number 1 and he's still starting, has made some plays. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
You gotta love that. One of my favorite things when it comes to a lot of the teams here is instilling the confidence in those young players when you need it the most.
Hand off up the middle. This will be Legend Williams, and Williams gets tripped up over there on the edge again by Deuce Morrison. And Gaten Veazey also is in the way. I'm trying to figure out what the Amarillo High band uniforms. Mike Roden said it looked like bees. They played sweet music like honey tonight.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
3rd and 4. And that's really my favorite things of halftime are the bands, believe it or not. Shotgun, Reed, quick out, pattern complete. And it looks like Alexander once again picking on Morrison, but Tell you, it's just right now those quick outs are doing some good. So they got a 1st and 10 at the 37.
Get back to what got you here in the first place, keeping that secondary honest. But as you get closer to the red zone, you really need to start putting your thinking cap on. That's how you can get points on the board.
Well, they're down by 23, so they're going to have to score a lot, and score quickly. Reed, handoff to Williams, trying to cut outside, and again, Morrison gets him. We got a flag down. Usually that kind of means holding. Oh, and we got some extracurricular activity once again.
I saw that whole thing from a mile away there, too. Saw a little bit of the hold from, I believe that was 42 Robertson there. And then, of course, a little bit of the extracurriculars. It's
no relation.
No relation at all. No, sir.
They're fouls by both teams. Holding, number 42, offense.
You got it.
I've got a dead ball, unnecessary roughness, number 15 of the defense. Both fouls will be enforced, automatic first down.
So what it means is now they marked off 15. Were they going to go back, or both fouls? Well, I haven't understood. Usually they got to go back some, I would think, but maybe not. Okay. Anyway, it's 1st and 10 Monterey at the 32. Big break there for the Plainsmen.
You got to capitalize here.
Back to pass over the middle. Pass is complete. Found a little space there for Noah. No, excuse me, Cam Taylor. Mistaken the 3 for the 2, and he'll pick it up. Monterey has had a proud history. In fact, one of their former coaches, James Morton, former WT player, and you'll never guess who his son is. Texas Tech quarterback Baron Morton. There you go.
Solid dude.
Yeah.
Solid season up to this point as well. Props to the Red Raiders, really.
And they're off this week before they'll head on the road down to Houston a week from Saturday. High snap and in for the score. I think that's Legend Williams. Yep, Legend Williams with the 1-yard touchdown run. Makes it a 30-13 game. Martinez on for the extra point. Snap is up. It's low. It's a line drive, but it's still good. 30-14. 108 left here in the third on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
I found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. She's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. He sent me a lot of money, had a lot for me to choose. If you stop in, you'll be saying it too. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Ooh, she's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me.
Big drive for the Monterey Plainsmen, thanks to a big unnecessary roughness call against the Sandies, and they'll execute on a Legend Williams 1-yard touchdown run. 1:08 to go here in the third. 30-14, Phil Woodall and Alan Robertson, no relation to number 42, Caleb Robertson from Monterey. We have determined that.
I don't know. I think I might need to have a conversation after the game just to make sure.
You may want to find out how much money you got. See if you. All right, end over end kick to the 18-yard line, bring it around the outside. It'll be Jude Donovan. He'll go out of bounds around the 33, 34-yard line. Well, this is a case where the Sandies just gave up a score. They need to come back and put a score on to keep the distance.
Absolutely. I mean, 16-point game here. Truly not impossible.
It's a two-score game.
Two-score game, absolutely. But as we have seen, we know when it comes to ball control, when it comes to clock management, Amarillo High is certainly near the top of that list as far as premier teams able to take some time off the clock.
Tavarius Randall splits out wide right. Donovan goes in motion. They'll pitch it out to Donovan, and Donovan, they had their eyes on him. Wherever he goes, somebody's going to follow him. Good tackle that time made by Monterey. Majid Alturk made the tackle, linebacker. Just a 1-yard gain. Yeah, whenever Donovan goes, I think I'm going to send somebody with him.
Absolutely.
Jude this time sets up to the right of Lopez, out of the gun. Sends a man in motion. That's Blackwell. They'll fake the jet sweep up the middle. Lopez on a design run. Past the 40-yard line. Pick up good yardage. Bring up a 3rd and 3. And they may not snap it because they'll probably just let it go, and we'll head to the 4th quarter, I would think. And that's exactly what they're going to do. We played 3 here at Dick Bivens Stadium. Sandys lead it by a score of 30-14. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
This is Holden at 10. No budget, no spending alerts, no shot. And this is Future Holden. When Holden was 10, Mom signed him up for Amarillo National's Student Visa Debit Card. That first account helped him learn about money early, smart spending, budgeting, and a cash bonus for good grades.
So, what do we use our cash rewards for?
We took Bella to prom.
It's not too late to get your own student card.
Amarillo, listen up. Amarillo Mitsubishi is turning up the heat. Get behind the wheel of a 2025 Outlander, America's most affordable SUV with 3rd-row seating, 0% APR for 60 months. Or go sign and drive with 0 down, 0 due-it signing, 0 first month's payment. And it gets better. You're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and 5 full years of roadside assistance. Plus, warranty forever comes standard. Amarillo Mitsubishi, your Mitsubishi headquarters.
Thanks a lot to our sponsors, Jimmy Fincher Body Shop, Aqua One, and Amarillo Mitsubishi. Well, a big 3rd and 3 for the Sandys. I think I'm dialing up Donovan again. I don't know why. I just look for him to be the guy that can get you a first down.
See the H-back in there as well, a little bit of a lead blocker.
And it's Donovan, and Donovan, boy, he's going to be about a yard shy, or, well, the foot looks like it's right at the first down marker on the official across the way. And they're saying that's going to be a first down. Nope, it's not. Sorry. Mistook what he was doing. It's 4th and about a half yard. Big move here for the Sandys. Chad Denham has been known to be a little bit of a gambler every once in a while, and I think they're lining up the tush-push again, it looks like. Monterey beefing up the middle of the line. Here comes Lopez.
If you're Monterey, be mindful for that hard count as well. Remember what happened last time.
Yep, he's going to work out of the shotgun, so a little bit different than the tush-push. Fakes it. Lopez comes up the middle. He's got the first down into Monterey territory. What a nice move by Jet Lopez. Got enough of a good block on that left side and picks up the first down. Huge play.
That's tremendous push there from that Amarillo High offensive line. They truly have been controlling the line of scrimmage from the very get-go, and it's been evident.
Well, they've got some good ones up there. Salator, Ingram, McClure. McClure's a center. Trips to the left side. Donovan. He will take it off the left side, pick up a couple of yards. As the clock continues to roll. We'll call it 2. 2nd down and 8. Just shy of the 45-yard line. I like those sticks over there that have the marker down there of how far. They haven't changed it from 2nd and 10. Should be 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 8. Here's Donovan again. Slips a tackle out on the edge. What a nice block downfield. He is down the 20, the 10, out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to give credit. I think, was that Caden Verdon or one of the wideouts? I think it was James Bryant that gave a great block out on the edge, but I think this one's coming back.
Number 6, offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
You know, that's who did the block.
Yep.
Sorry, James. Okay, well, no wonder it was a good block. Sprung him loose. It would have been inside the red zone. We got a Monterey player limping off the field down the sideline. It's going to be one of the DBs. That's Terrence King. Boy, he's a good football player. 2nd down and 6. Holding is always from the call. And this time, Donovan up the middle, nothing going. In fact, he'll lose a yard.
That was an amazing tackle there from Majid Alturk, 5'11", 175 junior. Saw him screaming off of the edge. Again, we're now in the time of the game where you tote the rock, you milk the clock. If you can find a way to get a jump on it, hats off to you.
3rd down and 7. Lopez sees a rush going downfield looking for Sluter, and he had to get that ball off in a hurry. By the way, we got a defensive battle down in Lubbock. Randall 7, Estacado 7.
Oh, wow.
I looked at it, and it was 0-0 through 3 quarters, and so I think this score is correct. I just thought they hadn't posted it. But
thought it might have been a glitch or something there.
Boy, that's an unusual score in this day and age, 7-7.
Real quick, going back to that last pass play, though, Jet Lopez had to give the ball off pretty quick. Why? Majid Alturk, yet again, coming off of the edge.
Rhett Ladd with the punt. It's at the 20, takes a sandy bounce, goes out of bounds around the 10-yard line. So 8:59 to go. Monterey only 2 scores down.
See, the Plains been getting back on the offensive sides of things. I mean, 9 minutes left in the game, 16 points. I mean, you got to do something. You have to do something in order to have a real shot at this. You turn the ball over, you give the ball up. I would not be surprised if they can milk a good 4 or 5 minutes off the clock.
Cam Taylor split out to the left side. Low snap. Comes a quarterback. He'll run it himself and picks up nothing. Tackle made out there. I believe Cornella was there. Troy Brown was there. No gain. 2nd and 10.
That Sandy defensive line, they've been trying to get after him all night. Again, that telltale sign, who will attack who first. It's been pretty clear. It's been the Sandys from the very get-go.
And they made the adjustments they needed to make here in the second half, and they played much better defensively, although they did give up a big pass play that set up the score for Monterey in the 3rd. Reed, handoff to Deuce Moore, and he'll pick up maybe 2 yards, maybe 3. Deuce Morrison is there. I think Daxton Forks was there also. Give him 2 yards, 3rd down and 8. Obviously an important down for Monterey. Surely they will not go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Trips to the left. Tight formation right with a tight end on the right. Looks to the left side, looks over the middle, and it's broken up nicely by the Sandys. As on the coverage, there's that freshman again, Deuce Morrison. So impressive. .5A ball, Division I, and you as a freshman are playing. He was in middle school last year.
Oh, yeah.
8th grader.
You live for those types of moments too.
Yeah.
You know, you get the call immediately getting up to high school. Not only getting the call, but making the plays. You cannot have asked for a better district debut from Morrison.
Eric Martinez on the punt, high in the air to Cameron Randall, and that will bounce. He'll get away from it. Takes a Monterey bounce and takes a Sandy bounce, and Monterey will down it at the 49-yard line of their own territory. So 1st and 10 Sandy, 7:18 to go, and Coach Robertson, I'm going to call you Coach. I think it's a little ground round coming up with Donovan.
1,000,000,000,000%. Nothing would shock me, points or not, on the board. If Monterey gets the ball back, it'll probably be, with about a good 3 minutes left in the game here.
And I've never seen much football, so I wouldn't know. No, I've seen so much football, and I think I did it when there were no face masks. We got a flag quick down over to the right side. I have a feeling this is going to be, the pass was complete to Devarius Randall. Got a feeling it's a false start against the Sandys, or maybe encroachment by Monterey.
Legal substitution, offense, 5 yards, first down.
Well, 12 men on the field. Now that's the one that really irritates coaches. It's only 5 yards, but it's just irritating that you don't have either enough people on there or actually too many people on there.
You go through like the day one installs with the base plays, the foundation plays. There are certain things where it's like, that should be common sense that we need 11 guys on the field, Of course, mistakes happen. Mental lapses happen all the time, of course.
All right, Sandy's trips to the right side. Donovan lined up to the left of Lopez. He'll go in motion. Quick pass out to Donovan. Oh, what a nice block out on the edge. And he's down the field, the 30, the 20. And I guarantee you that was a good play. Let me see if I can give credit. I think that might have been Devarius Randall on that block, who was out on the edge and gave a nice block. And that will be a pickup, 49 down to the 18. I think that's 31 yards if my math is correct. Into the red zone. 1st and 10. Sandy's looking for the knockout punch here against Monterey. Lopez work out of the gun. Donovan sets up to his right. Verdon moves right to left out on the wing. Hand off to Donovan. Looking to the edge. Sidesteps a defender. Gets loose again. Down at, boy, he is just so good at. And he has a twirl also. He spins. He does it. But tonight we've seen him making the defenders miss quite a bit with his footwork.
I don't want to put any, crazy forms of expectations or praise or anything like that on anybody, but I wouldn't be surprised if Drew Donovan's favorite NFL player is Christian McCaffrey.
Ooh,
I would not be surprised. Like from the number to the run style to the versatility catching out the backfield.
I like that. Up the middle is Donovan again. He'll be shy of the first down by, I think he picked up a yard to bring up 3rd and 2. Both teams with all 3 timeouts left. A little too early for Monterey to take any, but this is a big down for the Sandys. But they have an excellent field goal kicker in Sam Webb, who had a career-long 41 earlier this year.
You got to think points here, regardless of how they come. Points here might just ice it here.
Lopez looks for, I think that's Blackwell, isn't it?
Well, that's the tight end.
Tight end, Caden Verdon.
Yes, sir.
Caden Verdon with a nice reception there down to the 6-yard line. Move the chains. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. 5 minutes. Bam, right there. Sandys will take their time, of course.
Patience is a virtue, as they say.
You know, if you can just avoid the injuries like C-Mac's been having lately.
Oh, yeah.
That's
my fantasy team has been taking a toll for sure.
Yeah. Sends a man in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Lopez up the middle, down to around the 2-yard line. Designed quarterback run that time for Lopez. As the clock inexorably continues to run. I hope that's a proper adverb. I have a BS in political science. That's my claim to fame. And what has it done me? Hey, it got me a job. That's all I care about. Broadcasting and just of the peace. But it's been a good life. Everybody asked, how long are you going to do this? You're 77 years old. I said, still I'm wanted. Up, got a flag down or a timeout. I think it's a timeout taken by the Sandies. We'll be back after this timeout on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
We take the stress out of collision repair. Jimmy Fincher Body Shop, the people who care. Make us your very first call. 'Cause at Jimmy Fincher we do it all. We fix it right, guaranteed. We don't cut corners, we do quality. Just as good as new, that's what we do. Jimmy Fincher Body Shop.
Are you noticing sinking floors, sagging walls, or cracking concrete? Don't put it off any longer. Call Legacy Support Works today. The longer you wait to fix your foundation problem, the more expensive the repair can be. In some situations, the cost of foundation repairs could almost double every year. Legacy Support Works is your trusted provider for all foundation repair needs. We can fit any budget with great financing options available.
Foundation repair doesn't get better with time. It gets better with Legacy Support Works.
Phil Woodall, Alan Robertson with you tonight. Sandy's lead it 30-14. By the way, update down in Lubbock, Allen. Estacado leads Randall 14-7. So it was a defensive battle down there at Lowry Field.
Very, very nice. I mean, hearing some things from the Raiders up to this point. Again, tremendous team. Again, back to the point of great quarterbacks. KCBD certainly a part of that group.
And I got a story on his dad. Pistol formation for Donovan. Lopez back to pass over the middle and touchdown pass right over the middle. And it is caught by the tight end, Caden Burden. And I believe that is his first touchdown of the year, and it is. From, 2 yards up?
About 2-3 yards, yes, sir.
So we got some guys scoring their first touchdowns of the year. James Bryant, Caden Burden. Lopez continues his career touchdown lead. Here comes Sam Webb out of the hold of Rhett Ladd. It's up. It's good. 37-14. Sandy's lead it on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
I was involved in a motor vehicle collision. I experienced neck and back pain. The pain was so severe that I had a hard time working. I was referred to McCraw by a family friend. I knew I was in good hands the moment that I spoke with them. I've never felt more taken care of. I got the treatment that I needed and am able to go back to work and pursue my education. And that is all thanks to McCraw Law Group.
If you've been injured in an accident, at the McCraw Law Group, we're here to help. 806-342-5900.
Found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. She's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. He sent me a lot of money, had a lot for me to choose. If you stop in, you'll be saying it too. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Ooh, she's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me.
Good drive for the Sandies, and another first-time touchdown reception tonight for Caden Burden, the tight end, 2 yards from Jed Lopez. Webb's extra point, 3:43 to go in the fourth quarter, 37-14 Sandstorm. Nice little drive there, wasn't it?
Tremendous drive there. That's been the thing throughout this entire ballgame. We knew about the frustration that they had from last week. We knew about the things that they were wanting to work on. You were speaking to Coach Dunham, getting ready for this game, and it's been as close to a near perfect form of execution, offensively at least. The penalties, that's another thing to talk about later on.
Sidewinder kick down to the 10-yard line from Tomas Pepper. Back up the middle is Terrence King, I believe, and he gets loose and gets another good run back. Another thing they'll probably be working on, we got a flag down, probably going to be working on special teams on the kickoff returns. They haven't.
100%.
Yeah, got to work on that. Got to win in all phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So that block in the back penalty here.
I think you're probably right.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 3 returns.
I'm glad we got an expert up here in the deal. You know, I can kind of guess at it, and I've called enough football to figure out what it is, but we have a guy who played the game and knows how to do it, so you knew exactly what was coming on.
Oh, no, trust me. I wasn't that great. I was barely even good, if we're being honest, but.
I'm just trying to build that confidence and get you going. 1st and 10, Monterey at their own 46-yard line. 3:32 to go. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Always appreciate it, of course. You know, see what Lubbock Monterey's able to do here. 3.5 left in the game.
Remember, I told you I had a degree in political science. I know how to do that stuff. All right. Reed out of the shotgun. End around this time. It's going to be a double pass looking downfield. Man wide open. Oh! In and out of his hands, and cleansed on the pass play from Cam Taylor, and wide open was Davian Taylor. It hit him in a bad spot, the hands. So a little trickeration that time. By the way, you mentioned about Randall. Dan Sherwood, of course, a graduate of Amarillo High. Started 1 year, played down at Baylor, then transferred to WT, became a tight end. Played some offensive line, and he is a good guy, longtime friend of mine, Dan Sherwood.
Great guy, great coach, great leader there.
He is. He's a good guy. Former coach at Caprock and then went to Randall. Reed steps back. The time, good coverage out there on the edge by Deuce Morrison, intended for Alexander. And tell you what, the old Deuce plays some tight defense, and that young man is very precocious as just a freshman. I hate to be saying that all the time, but that's the honest to God truth.
Everybody needs that real feisty, fiery type of DB who makes the plays and certainly will let you know that he made that play.
Trips to the right side. Reed looking on the slant, looking downfield. Oh, in and out of the hands of one of the Sandys, right into the hands of number 3 for the Plainsman, Cam Taylor, and they will get what is called a big touchdown from, what, 40, was it on this side, the 46, or on the other side?
Other side, I believe it was a 54-yard bomb
54. To, yep. And it got in and out of the hands, and in for the score will be Cam Taylor.
Great acceleration there from Taylor also. Those yards after catch, he shot out of a cannon, it looked as if.
First touchdown pass tonight for Monterey, kicked by Martinez, is up, and it is good. 37-20, 3:10 to go, 37-21, pardon me. And we'll be back after this timeout on the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
Beef O'Brady's prides itself on 2 simple ideas.
A place to sit down for some good food.
And a place to catch the game with your friends.
But you know what's even better?
Our daily specials are some of the best in Amarillo.
So the next time the kids are being picky.
You want to catch the game or check out some live music.
Or you're just looking for a great happy hour with friends.
Think Beef O'Brady's.
Plus online ordering and catering available.
Beef O'Brady's, where family time meets game time.
Cam Taylor, 54-yard deflected pass for a touchdown from Jonah Reed. Extra point is good. 37-21, 3:10 to go. It may be onside kick time. At least that's what the Sandys believe. They've got 10 at the midfield line. And here comes Martinez. He'll move it to the right hash. So let's see what kind of English he will put on that ball. Monterey lines up. And here comes the onside kick attempt, in and out of the hands, but I think it's grabbed nicely down there. Nice play that time for the Sandies by number 80. That's going to be Tavarius Randall, part of that hands team. So the Sandies have it. And they're going to mark it at midfield. 3:07 to go. Monterey has all 3 of their timeouts left if they choose to exercise them. But I imagine you just look for number 5. He'll be getting the ball a lot.
When in doubt, milk the clock, baby. 3 minutes left. And if you're loving Monterey, you did what you needed to do. You scored quick, but.
Donovan, and he is slung down that time. Slung down by the big defensive lineman. That's going to be Javion Ramon. That's the, it's related to the baseball coach, Coach Ramon, Ralph Ramon. I don't know if it's his son or nephew or something, but he's a big man. And we have a timeout taken.
Timeout, Monterey.
Monterey takes a timeout. We'll take one with them. This is the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
Sinking driveway? Call Legacy Support Works. Settling patio? Call Legacy Support Works. Uneven pool deck? Call Legacy Support Works. Collapsing stoop? Call Legacy Support Works. Cracking sidewalk? That's right. Call Legacy Support Works.
Foundation repair doesn't get better with time. It gets better with Legacy Support Works.
Call Legacy Support Works today.
Phil Woodall and Alan Robertson with you with the broadcast tonight on TPSNsports.com. Glad you're with us. And there's Alyssa Spangler. And our other sports person. Second down 11. This time they'll fake it, pass off to the left side. The pass is going to be complete over there and out of bounds for an apparent first down to Tate Blackwell. Yeah, his dad, Dr. John Blackwell, a chiropractor, came up to me earlier in the year, and I said, yeah, I remember when you were doing my other son, Ryan Blackwell's games. And I said, we're getting too old, is what it amounts to. If I start doing grandsons, I know I'm getting way too old. First down at the 40. Nice little design play there for the Sandstorm. Donovan again, end around. Here comes Blackwell again. They scored on this earlier on a 20-yard touchdown, and this one gains about 9 yards as Blackwell up to the 31-yard line. And by the way, one thing that has helped tonight, they've had Sluter in for a few games. Oliver Parsons has not played a lot. And I think that will give those guys a little more time to get ready for the big game at Abilene High next week. And you got an extra day since it's a Thursday and that game's a week from tomorrow. So that will definitely help. And we got another timeout taken. This is the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
Hey Amarillo, the More to Move You sales event is on. I'm Taylor Brigette, and there's never been a better time to get behind the wheel of a new Mazda. Enjoy low monthly payments on our best-selling models. 1.9% on a 2025 Mazda CX-50 plus 90 days no payment. 1.9% on a 2025 Mazda CX-90 plus 90 days no payment. And as always, warranty forever at no extra cost. Visit us today or anytime at MazdaAmarillo.com.
That was actually an official timeout. It's the 2-minute timeout that you now have in high school and college. And we want to remind you to start them young. Amarillo National Bank Student Visa Debit Card offers real-world money skills, parent-approved spending, financial know-how, and yes, a cash bonus for good grades. Deuce Morrison, this could be for you.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And a free shaving kit when he's able. I am so much in trouble with his folks. It's unreal. So, I said, what is that old geezer doing up there dissing my 14-year-old son? All right, 2nd down and 1. They scored on that one before. Another bold play by the Sandies. Lopez, handoff to Dudlin. He's got the 1st down and more. He'll be dragged down around the 20-yard line. And they'll move the chains again. Stop the clock temporarily with 1:53 to go. Monterey will fall to 2-3 on the season, 0-1 in district play. The Sandies improved their record to 4-1, and more importantly, 1-0 in district play. As Coach Dunham says, if you go 0-1, you can still make the playoffs and possibly win district, but it's a lot easier and a lot better chance when you're 1-0 as opposed to 0-1. And let's see what the Sandies will do here. They're not in victory formation yet. This time, handoff to Cohen Swaim, and this will be Swaim's first carry of the evening. Swaim's the backup, and I'll tell you what, he's a good backup. He's a junior, came in averaging 9.8 per carry, 8 carries for 78 yards. That'll put him up to 9 for 87, plus he's got a couple of catches also.
And that's the thing, too, when you look at Amarillo High as we move forward, getting into more district play, you've seen this team throughout this season. It's not so much a matter of lightning and thunder. They have thunder and thunder almost with both of these guys.
Well, and I've followed them for about 4 or 5 years now, and now we go into the best play in football victory formation. And this, as they always say, these stats do not go against Jet Lopez. They're called a team loss. And that's going to be the final play, and the Sandies will put together a very impressive 37-21 victory here in the opening in district play. 4-1, 1-0 in district play, 2-3 for Monterey, 0-1 in district play, and they'll travel to Abilene next week. And for Monterey, I think, they got their big game against Coronado next Friday down in Lowry Field. So we'll be back with our post-game show, reminding you our final score, 37-21, Sandies win, and this is the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
Amarillo Diagnostic Clinic Pharmacy makes getting your medications easier than ever with our fast and reliable citywide home delivery service. No matter where your prescription is currently, give us a call at 806-358-0331 and we'll handle everything so you can relax knowing your medications are on their way. We're dedicated to providing exceptional service that fits your busy life. Convenient and reliable. That's Amarillo Diagnostic Clinic Pharmacy.
Amarillo, listen up. Amarillo Mitsubishi is turning up the heat. Get behind the wheel of a 2025 Outlander, America's most affordable SUV with third-row seating, 0% APR for 60 months. Or go sign and drive with 0 down, 0 due at signing, 0 first month's payment. And it gets better. You're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and 5 full years of roadside assistance. Plus, warranty forever comes standard. Amarillo Mitsubishi, your Mitsubishi headquarters. Beef O'Brady's prides itself on 2 simple ideas.
A place to sit down for some good food.
And a place to catch the game with your friends.
But you know what's even better?
Our daily specials are some of the best in Amarillo.
So the next time the kids are being picky.
You want to catch the game or check out some live music.
Or you're just looking for a great happy hour with friends.
Think Beef O'Brady's.
Plus online ordering and catering available.
Beef O'Brady's, where family time meets game time.
I was in an accident and I hit my head and my shoulder and I suffered a concussion. I was in constant pain. I was unable to take care of my baby. I couldn't lift her or feed her. The McCraw Law Group was truly there for me. I felt cared for. I feel like they're family. I no longer have pain in my shoulder or in my head. I can just be a mom again.
If you've been injured in an accident, at the McCraw Law Group, we're here to help. 806-342-5900.
Well, we see some of the replays that are going on right now. That was that touchdown pass in the 4th quarter to Cam Taylor from Jonah Reed for 54 yards. And there's a pass play over the middle. That was to Tate Blackwell. That was the first touchdown drive of the game. They scored with 10:37. just a minute 23 into the ball game. Is Tate Blackwell 20 yards from Jet Lopez. Deuce Moore tied it up on a 1-yard touchdown run with 1:43 to go in the first quarter. And then with 29 seconds left in quarter number one, Jude Donovan 21 yards out to make it 14-7. Now we see Jonah Reed, and there's his pass. There's a pick by Creed Cavalier. That was in the first half, and that was a big one to keep Monterey out of the end zone. Here's Jet Lopez. There's that pass that was complete to, I think that was that the one to Caden Burden? No, that was the other way. I'll have to look at it here in a second. Anyway, 14-7, Sandys at the end of one. Safety as the ball was snapped through the hands of the kicker for Monterey. Made it 16-7 with 5:44 to go in the first half. And then Tate Blackwell on a reverse jet sweep around the right side, 20-yard touchdown run, 44 seconds to go in the half, 23-7. And then the Sandys score, 7:35 to go in the third quarter on a 10-yard touchdown pass from Lopez to James Bryant. Bryant's first ever varsity touchdown pass reception, 30-7. Coming back, Legend Williams from a yard out with a 1:08 to go in the third makes it 30-14. And then the Sandys score on Caden Burden, also his first ever varsity touchdown, 2-yard pass play from Lopez. 3:43 to go, make it 37-14, and then a tip pass out of the hands of the Sandy defender to Cam Taylor from 54 yards out from Jonah Reed to make the final score 37-21. So, Alan, your impressions of what you got, and I don't know if you have any Sandy stats to pass on to us, but we'll give it over to you right now.
Well, first and foremost, hats off to both teams for a really, really fun ball game here Thursday night. Of course, Amarillo High coming up with a huge win. And for this being my first wire-to-wire Amarillo High game of the season, it was, for me, it was a real great encapsulation of Amarillo High football. You know, establishing the line of scrimmage, controlling it, dominating the line of scrimmage. You saw that on full display with Jude Donovan. 21 carries for 136 yards in that rushing touchdown earlier on within the game. When you looked at Jet Lopez, tremendous confidence, tremendous poise in the pocket, tremendous patience. He finished up 12 for 20, if my stats are correct. It may have been off by a couple of passing attempts, but still 113 yards, 3 touchdowns, that 1 interception there. I'm sure that's definitely something that he would want to have back. I'm sure they'll be just fine with being 1-0 in district play. So, again, hats off to the Sandys. Tremendous execution. The trenches were amazing, opened it up for the playmakers. And it was textbook Amarillo High football, if you ask me.
I agree with you. And, of course, the Sandys go on the road to take on pre-district favorite Abilene High, 7 o'clock a week from tomorrow down at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene, which has been completely redone. The only problem is 2 years ago, John Mark Ballou and I went down there, and guess what? The elevator was not working. I had to traipse up 3 stories to get to it, you know. And I tell you, one of my most favorite games to ever do there at Shotwell Stadium was 1986, the final game of the year, WT against Abilene Christian for the Lone Star Conference Championship. Bill Kelly, coach, they had won 6 in a row. If they win it, they probably won't make the playoffs because there wasn't enough teams back then. But they were down 28-7 going into the fourth quarter, and the Chili Dog, J.R. Compton, leaps in from 5 yards out to make the final score 32-27. So there we go.
Love that.
Now, why can I remember stuff from that long ago and I can't remember yesterday? But anyway, hey, Alan, it was a pleasure working with you, brother.
Likewise.
And
Thank you so
we'll
much.
look forward. I guess we'll be back together, I think, in a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir.
As the Caprock Longhorns will take on the Amarillo Sandys. Well, our final score tonight, the Sandys win 37-21. On behalf of Alan Robertson, this is Phil Woodall saying good night from Dick Bivens Stadium in Amarillo, and have a great night.
TPSN and Beef O'Brady's are teaming up to bring you the best local high school sports viewing experience around. This fall, catch over 200 local games on the big screen from the Texas Panhandle Sports Network's official watch location, Beef O'Brady's. And you know Beef O'Brady's has you covered with amazing daily specials, a great happy hour, and plenty of big screens, so you don't miss a second of the game. TPSN and Beef O'Brady's, your #1 source for local high school sports.
Let us be the first to help prepare you for the day.
Giving you the very latest on what's happened overnight, maybe something you've missed as you're waking up.
While you get the kids ready, we'll help you get ready for your day. Keep up to date with First Alert weather.
Generally what's going to set the tone for the day.
And stay on top of breaking news.
Amarillo police responded to a single vehicle crash earlier Monday afternoon.
Right on time. Every morning, we'll be here. News Channel 10, The Early Show.
This has been Live High School Football, presented by News Channel 10 and the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.